Hey, welcome to Sunday Night Live. All right. So here we go, right? Already. So I was doing some things. Bailey just came in. Come here, Bailey. They haven't seen you in a little while. Come up here. Come here. Come on. Up, up, up. There you go. Say hi to everybody, Bailey. So you guys know this is Bailey. Bailey's gone camping with me twice. Did two car camps. The reason she's in here because she's looking over here because I was eating a couple of these before I got started, and she's like, "Oh!" And she popped her head in the door. She wanted one. So Bailey, want one? Huh? Yeah. Want a red hot? There you go. There you go. Good girl. All right. Daddy's got to get to work. She's looking for more. All right. So welcome to Sunday Night Live. Tony 2.0 and Bailey. And maybe we'll have another special guest a little bit later. But let's get going here. So, wow, what a week. It has been an amazing week. And I do want to say that if you're new to the channel, I know there's a lot of familiar names in there. But on June 2nd, hey, Darlene, I'm going to say hi to everybody when I get going here. So, January 3rd, I'm just blown away. But January 3rd, we hit 20,000 subscribers. I remember receiving a call from Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that guy, but and I know you have. But he had called me and he said, Tony, he says, I can't remember if it was when I hit 20 or 30, but my channel really took off. And he said, get ready. So I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I doubt it. But just since January 3rd, okay, last Sunday, we were at 29,900 and some. And I sat up after our Sunday Night Live because I like to watch it roll over on a Milestone. And it was about 1:45 in the morning. I was still watching it. We were 15 away and I'm staring at it. But my eyes were going closed. So then I said, I'm going to bed. So I decided to go to bed and I woke up. So sometime between 1:45 in the morning and 6:30 in the morning, because I remembered I had to take Miss 2.0's car for an oil change at 7. I got up. No, I guess I got up at 6 o'clock and I reached over and I grabbed my phone and I opened it up and I pushed the button and we had hit 30,000 overnight. And as of today, we're at 31,000 since Monday. We're now 31,000 of 2.0 family, 31,230 just since this Monday. So we grew 1,000 or 1,130, 1,230 just since Monday. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just enjoying doing this and I'm enjoying all of y'all. And I do want to say that if you are new to the channel, welcome to the 2.0 family. Let me just lay out a little bit in case you don't know, but we do a camping video every Thursday night. We do our Sunday Night Live with new people coming in, and maybe this is the first time that you're in the chat and experiencing Sunday Night Live. And if it's your first time, let us know where you're from, what state you're from, and so forth, and put that in the comments, and then we'll say hi to you. I'm going to say hi to most everybody. I always do. And then we do review videos, but only if it's going to benefit the channel in some way, fashion, or form. And I think it's a worthy product that maybe you guys would like to know about. We'll do some review videos. But for the most part, is Thursday night videos every Thursday night. And last Sunday, 2 weeks ago Sunday, we didn't do a live because we did our camp, 4-person stealth camp with 4 YouTube channels. So those 4 channels, Random Adventure 2.0, this guy, Camping with Champion, Todd from Camping with Champion, the Northwest Wind, Sam, and also Hammock Mountain, who just 4-time champion of Stealth Camping Alliance challenges. So he just won the last one. But there were 4 of us that all did a camp between on Interstate 80 and 81. And happy to release that all videos are now up and running. So I released mine Thursday. Todd released his Friday, and then last week Sam released his on Thursday night, and then Daniel Hammock Mountain released his Saturday night. So if you haven't seen them, go over and watch them. And if you're not sure how to find all of them, go into the description of my video where I listed every link of their video right in there in the comment section. But go over, subscribe to them, give them a like, because that was the first time ever that 4 YouTube channels, Stealth Campers, did a video together as a stealth camp from 4 different states. So that was a pretty awesome feat. And I actually had said, hey, what should we call us guys? And there was a lot of comments in there. And I thought about it a lot. And I know last week I was going to share it just a little bit about what the name that I would like to call, because it's not about the 4 that were there. It's the 40 or 50 or 80 or 100. It's going to be called. Now I've got a T-shirt coming just because I want to show it, but I've named it not just for our group, but for anybody. And I was trying to think if I had something here to show you. So it's called, okay, a syndicate. A syndicate, if you look up syndicate, what the definition of syndicate is, it's individuals that come together for a common mission. And then it's like it's called what's it called? Oh, Stealth Syndicate. So it's a band of people that are individuals that, whether they're stealth campers or just campers, but they come together to do a collaboration for a common mission. So most likely being stealth, but across state lines and all for a common mission. I'll tell you more about it at another time, but that came to my mind. Squirrel, squirrel, somewhere squirrel. There he is. Oh, and if you notice, there's more signs. So sorry, Bailey. Bailey is coming in here and likes to lay down. I just pushed her out. What are you doing staring at me? So if you can see, we've got a couple more signs here. So we got Sasquatch Drive. That's probably sagging a little bit. But this one we've had, that's the warning. This property is protected by highly trained squirrels and not responsible for injury or possible death. This is prevent forest fires, because every time you're out there, only you can prevent forest fires. So then this one here, Squirrel Crossing, that used to be over there. I moved it over a little bit because we've got this one here. It's do not pet the furry dogs. And then I've got another one over there. It's camping survival knowledge. Now, where did I get those? I got those Friday night, but I didn't buy them. So if you are part of our Facebook Random Adventures 2.0 Facebook family page, you've already seen the pictures. So back in September of last year, because Lisa and I, Miss 2.0 and I's birthdays are coming up next month in July, and we both turned 60. So our kids planned a surprise birthday party for us. So when I was out and visiting John about a month ago, he said, hey, Dad, I'm going to be in for the family reunion, because Lisa's side of the family has a little get-together at Knoebels Pavilion City, same pavilion that we did our thing in a week earlier. But he says, we're coming in for that. And they haven't been back to where we live in almost 2 years. And they were going to come out for that first time to travel. And they're getting ready to have another child. So that'll be our 9th grandchild. No, 10th grandchild. Our 9th is almost born. So that'll be in like 2 or 3 weeks. So Lisa and I both turned 60. She's on July 4th and I'm on July 27th. But because they would be in town, um, he said, since we're in town, I'd really like to go out to dinner with you and mom, us and you and mom, but I don't want to drive. And so I just got us a ride to go to dinner. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. He said, so be there at 5 o'clock. We'll swing by and pick you up or come over. And then I'll just have the driver come. And it is just for our kids to hold something like this as a secret for um, since September, they were planning this. So my grandson, Saurin, he's going to be 2 coming up. However, he's not quite 2 yet. And so they got a car seat. So he says, I got to get the car seat out of our car so that when they get here, I can put the seat in the car. And so I'm walking Soren. He's like, pop, walk. And so we're walking, and around the corner comes this huge white stretch limousine. Jonathan got a limousine for us, for Miss 2.0 and I, and them to go out to dinner on. I was like, what? And so we get in it and we're driving. They didn't tell us where we're going for dinner. But we're going up 8 towards top of the 80s. We're going towards Hazleton. And then we got off of an exit. And I'm thinking, what restaurants are around here? And we ended up pulling in to a place that had a pavilion. And also it's a gun club that our one daughter and son-in-law, Gabby, they're a member of. They got archery ranges and stuff. And as soon as we pulled in, I see all these people in there, and we pulled up. Well, I'm going to cry right now. And we get out and everybody goes, surprise. And it was for our 60th birthday surprise. And I'll tell you what, we were so blown away, but Gabby posted pictures on our Random Ventures 2.0 family Facebook page. So go on over there and check it out. And you'll see they did a whole theme, camping theme, the YouTube theme. And I do want to show you, I've only got 4 left. There was more than these. There was campfire cookies. There's tree cookies. They had all kinds of stuff set up at a Mrs. and Mr. 2.0. They had YouTube cookies and YouTube, more YouTube cookies, and they had so much stuff. They had a coffee bar, and just it was great. And if y'all remember, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, we did a live from Rough Cut Barbecue up in near Tamaqua, on their porch on a Sunday night. They're closed Sunday nights, but we did a live from there. It was raining and everything, and but they make barbecue and they catered it. So we had pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs, all kinds of stuff. Tons of meat. They said, Dad, you're carnivore. There, you got plenty of meat over there. So I had a great time. So it was really special. And then we rode back to home in the limo. And like I said, our kids just went above and beyond. I couldn't talk at all. But yeah, it was amazing. And because Jonathan's in town, if y'all know, he's over in Ohio, he may be stopping in, but if he stops in, we'll get another chair and y'all can see him and talk to him as well. Bailey's just standing here. What are you doing, Bailey? She thinks I'm going to give her another hot pepperoni. Oh my goodness, there's so many comments. Let's get saying hi to everybody. So all 4 videos are up and running. And then I believe Sam's going to possibly this week on Thursday release a behind the scenes kind of like documentary of our legendary stealth camp. Hey, Doug, how are you doing from South Florida? Good evening. Good evening. And there's Diesel Outdoors, new member. Yeah. So So if y'all don't know, it's probably new because it renewed, because Diesel's Outdoor Excursion has been a member for a while, I believe, because it's got a blue star on there. But I think when it re-ups, sometimes it shows new. But hey, thank you so much. And that's the 2.0 crew. And because I wasn't doing we were going somewhere on Thursday. What did I do Thursday? I forget what I did Thursday, but I couldn't I couldn't premiere. What did we do Thursday? There was a reason why I couldn't do it Thursday. I wasn't going to be able to be in the comments, and I don't remember anymore. Getting my 60-year-old brain already. But so I didn't premiere it, and because I knew I couldn't be in the comments. I don't remember why, but I could be in the comments, so I didn't premiere it. Where was I going with that? Oh, anyhow, I forget. So, hey, Jerry, how are you doing? Oh, and if y'all didn't notice, so the shirt that I have on, a lot of people have been asking me about the shirts, and Frank Explorations, he showed up at our meetup with this shirt, because you can also put your name on it. He added Frank Expeditions on there as well. And so when he walked up, he had both of our names on there. It was really cool. But I did pin that to the very top. That's our newest shirt on Spread Shop. So I did pin that to the top of the comments over there on YouTube. Alrighty, so really enjoy your Sunday night chats. Well, I enjoy you being here, Jerry. We got Mountain View right there. Very good evening, Tony, and everyone here tonight. So loving the new merch. Well, thank you so much, brother. Hey, Robert, you were early as well. Yes, good deal. And so is Diesel Outdoors Excursions. So that little emblem right there. So a big shout out to Robert Bell. Also the 2.0 crew. Oh, that's where I was going with that. So because I wasn't going to be able to be in the premiere, what I did is I released it on Thursday night, but Wednesday, because I have the option to do members only and then go live, and I wanted y'all to see it. I think we have 37 members, and then a lot of y'all watched it prior to it getting released. That was pretty neat. I was glad to be able to do that members only. Usually I'll just, when I schedule it for a premiere, I can't do that. So a lot of times I'll film stuff during the week, or if I get done with a stealth camp and give you kind of heads up how it's going, things like that. Oh, I have got a really good camp planned for this week. So this Thursday's video is going to be a really neat one. I just had this idea. I don't want to give it away, but it's going to be kind of like a Twilight Zone kind of a video. It's really going to be wild. So I'm looking forward to filming that. Oh, and I'm got to go old school. So on that last video that you guys saw the thumbnail of, which was Thursday night's video, if you remember, when I wake up in the morning, my Osmo Pocket 3, the gimbal stopped working, and I was fiddling around with it, and I had that car right there, and I was trying to get it going, but it wasn't working. So I quickly grabbed my phone, didn't have the microphone for that phone, like the transmitter and stuff. So I was like, oh, I'm like going old school now. So, but it was pretty neat because it gave me a different perspective of also remembering how to film with my phone, because I did it for 3.5 years until Johnny and Mary sent me the gimbal. So I got, I called DJI. I looked things up on the internet, on YouTube, to kind of figure things out. And then I called their support, and they did some things, told me to do some things, and I did have the latest update. So I did get a case number. So the very next morning, I mailed it. They emailed me a label to get it sent back to them. They said once they get it, they've got 11 days to let me know what the issue is and how much it's going to cost to fix. But the gimbal's not even turning at all. So I noticed when I looked a couple things up, a couple of people said they were having issues with that. So after learning how to use that, I love it. And, it does the tracking and stuff really, really benefit. So I'm looking forward to finding out how much it's going to be and get that thing back in here. But until then, I will be filming with my Samsung 23 phone and with this mic, this DJI mic that Emma Brown had sent us a couple of years back. When we had 10,000 subscribers, we were at 9,200 and some, and she sent this as a gift. The set of microphones, these DJIs here is a congratulations 10,000 subscriber early celebration. So yeah, but how about it? Monday, 30,000 subscribers, 30,000 2.0 family strong. It's really, it's just, I'm really taken aback all the time, every time I look. And what's really neat is that the views, because you can have 500,000 subscribers. It doesn't go by just subscribers. You don't get paid on subscribers. You make income off of ad income. Even if someone skips the ad, you still make a little bit. But it's for every 1,000 views. And I know someone that has over 500,000 subscribers, but their views are only like 30,000 a month. Our views are doing really, really good, really, really, really strong. So, and we've been doing a lot of stealth camps lately, and yeah, this next one's gonna be really cool. Yeah. All right. Oh, back to comments. Hey, Ozark Adventures. How you doing, brother? Yep, all the way over from Southwest Missouri. You guys came to the meetup, and that was really great seeing you guys there. You and 210 Outdoors. Herbert's here. Good evening, Herbert. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Hey, and Dixie Cup. How you doing? Hey, Tony and everybody. So we're gonna keep rolling down here, and like I said, I know Jonathan was going out to visit Gabrielle, but if you can, try to go over and look at the pictures at all the work that our kids did for us, for Miss 2.0 and I. Just we were blown away. You know, family was there, and our grandkids were there. You know, a lot of them were there. It was great, and they made. They just went all out. Just really incredible. Let me show you this real quick. So they had, for all of the kids that were there, they made like a let's go on a nature walk, and there was a checklist, and then there was a thing, those, you know, the little plastic things that you could put bugs and stuff in, caterpillars. They had those there, and then they would take here's Miss 2.0 and I, and that's the let's go on a nature walk. So they would check things off. So a whole checklist, they'd walk around and check different things off. Where's my hand right on the squirrel, my fingers, and squirrel. So they were doing that. And then they also had pages where they could color. And in the picture, on the Facebook picture, you really can't see that, but that's Miss 2.0 and I. And then where did they had our cups? Gabby designed this cup that I have there. Lisa and I both have one, but Mr. and Mrs. 2.0 cups. So they would sit there as a whole coloring station for them. And then one more. There we go. So this was actually pulled off of a video when Miss 2.0 and I went camping at that fireplace, that CC camp. So they pulled that picture off and then generated coloring pages for the kids. Really awesome. Oh, there was so much. I got, it's one of those lifetime memories because we'll never be 60 again. I'll have to do it 120. We'll double it, right? Just kidding. Hey, Central Illinois. Okay. Yeah. And then David Hurley, good price on the new shirt, Mr. Tony. Well, welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, there is that. If you go on there and then you can click, that shirt is the tan one like this. This green one, I think, is a little bit more because it depends on what the material is. But you can do different colors and stuff. But the green and the tan, that shows up really good. Yeah. Hey, Tanya, how are you doing? The 2.0 crew is here. Hey, Tony. Hashtag ribeye, right? Yeah. Hey, Rose, in the Cole region. Good evening. So Rose was over at our meetup, and so was Kitchen Witch over at the meetup as well. And then we got Rick Whitson. Hey, Rick Whitson, how you doing tonight? And there's Darlene Good. Hey, Darlene. Oh, I sent you the picture, but Darlene had saw 3 patches, military patches, and she said to give them to Jonathan, and I gave them to him, and he's got him. He's putting them in his office on base because he works over there in Dalton at the Air Force Base there. Yeah. Hey, Donald Mike Gideon, how are you doing? Hello, all. And there's Joseph Kelly saying hi. Josh and Jen, how you two doing? Very good. Saying hi to Bailey. Yeah, I talked a lot, didn't I? I got really behind. 7:25 already. Whoops. All right. So, hey, Theo, how you doing? Theodore Volton. How are you doing tonight? Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Yeah, I'll say. And then we got Daniel Ortiz. Did Riley tell you to grab a stool down from downstairs? Oh, you got it?
I'll get one.
Okay, yeah, right behind where the vacuum cleaner, and then there's a stool at the table. I was just talking about you. So Jonathan is here. You guys going to meet him in a minute. So let's see. Squirrel. Question. Yes, 3 question marks. Daniel Ortiz is saying if you got a question, put 3 question marks in front of your question. We'll definitely look forward to taking some questions. Now we got Explorer. And anything you want to ask Jonathan, because he'll be here. So anything that you want to ask him, certainly do so while he's here. Yeah, it's great having Jonathan here. It's going to be cool. All right. So Explorer, what? Hey, hey, brother. Hi from Lexington, Tennessee. Soon. Perfect. And then we'll make sure you're in the picture.
I'm a little tall.
Yeah, we'll do that force projection. And you guys will see on the picture if you guys go to the there you're in the screen. Yeah, Bailey's been coming in. She wants some of those hot things over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Red Hots.
Yeah, Red Hot. She likes them.
Want some, Bailey?
Yeah.
You start earlier. They usually
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I messed that up.
No, that's fine. Did you go up to Gabs?
No, not today. I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Right, Bailey.
Yeah.
They're good.
Good.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. She knows they're in here now. She's like, ooh, I want some.
Son, I'm kind of a disciplinarian now.
Right.
Authoritarian.
Yeah, I was just telling Darlene that we sent. Well, she saw the picture. We sent the picture over to her.
Yeah. I meant to bring those over, Darlene. I wanted to thank you personally for those. Those are really, really cool. And they're going to go in my office at work and everything when I display my patches throughout my career. And just some of those extra ones that are really cool. Space Command and 2 NASA patches.
Very cool. Yeah, she saw those on an auction and she thought of Jonathan and went ahead and bid on it and got them and then sent them for Jonathan. They just came in the mail, so that was perfect timing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. So let's see. Soon as I can get it, I'll be sending you a sticker about hammock camping. Hope you like it. Oh, absolutely. I love stickers. Hey, Jake, how you doing? Jake from North Carolina. And then we got Herbert saying howdy, folks. And we got Sam. Hey, Sam, Stenger, I would pronounce that.
Yeah,
Stenger from South Carolina. I'm not sure where in South Carolina, but I had family in, still do, in Somerville, South Carolina. Yeah. Let's see. Evening, Tony. I know you like steaks. Have you ever eaten a salt grass steakhouse? No, I haven't. From Dallas, Texas. I actually haven't been to Dallas. I've been north of Dallas, but I haven't been in Dallas. Oh, he looks short in the screen. Yeah. So, Jonathan, how tall are you now?
I'm I'm basically 6 foot. I mean, I don't want to give you the fractions of 5'11", 3/4.
Right.
I have shoes on. I'm 6 foot, guys.
Yeah. I'm 7 and
72 inches.
3/4. So I say, or I'm 5 feet 7 and 3/4, but nice and 5.
Just slouch. I work at a computer all day
Now, right?
So it's like right there.
Well, hey, you can slouch. I'll have to sit up straight. Oh, woohoo! 31,000. Yeah, we hit 31 this morning. And then, or no, last night, and then this morning. I can't remember, but it was 31. No, we're at 31 something.
40K by the end of the month.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. Hey, David. I like your last name, David Coffee. How you doing? Let's see. Hey, Tony, I enjoy your videos. My name is David Coffee. I had a stroke. You inspire me. Well, always enjoy hearing that, but not that hearing that you had a stroke, but always enjoy hearing that my stroke has inspired you, because I know the Lord didn't cause my stroke, but he certainly allowed it to be able to encourage others. And I really hear from a lot of people that say that they're encouraged from me having a stroke and seeing, I guess you call it tenacity, to continue to go and do things, rather than, I can't do this anymore. But never stop moving. Just keep moving forward. No matter what the progress is, keep going forward. Because if you're not going forward, you're going backward, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And but David Coffee, definitely be praying for you. And I love your last name. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Hey, Adventures with Ken. How are you doing? There's our brother Mike, who is also over at the Meetup down there. So the Meetup, just so you know, if you're tuning in, the Meetup was our first annual Knoebels Creator subscriber meetup. And someone just asked me on a comment, said, hey, do you have to be a YouTube creator to come? Absolutely not. If there's a creator that you maybe watch that doesn't know anything about it, but you think they may come, invite them to come to the second annual. It's already scheduled, already booked, Pavilion C, May 23rd. And there's plenty of campgrounds, but you got to call early. So if you think you're coming and you want a campground right there on the Knoebels, you got to book it like now. Like now.
My wife, we were planning on coming up last year for the reunion.
Oh yeah.
And then we were going to go ahead and we were going to actually get a campground because they're actually pretty reasonable priced if you can get one. And it's really nice for your family and everything like that. It makes it way easier. And she told me, she was like, oh, you can't get them until Memorial Day weekend or something like that. Or maybe it was like a couple months into the year. And I called them, I think it was November even. I called them in November and they were already booked out.
They booked fast.
They booked so fast.
Very fast.
If you want a campground, and I recommend getting a campground if you're going to stay the whole weekend.
Call now. Yeah, call now for next year. Yeah. And then we got Doug. He was in here first early. And then, hey, Jeff, how you doing? In the 2.0 family saying hi. Yeah, right, Tanya. Last name Coffee, liking it too. Say hi to Miss 2.0. Surely will. She'll be maybe popping in here a little bit. She's working. She got off because for the family reunion, and she took off the other day for our meetup, and then she took off for us. I was telling them about the surprise that you guys gave.
That was great.
Oh my goodness,
that was great. I was afraid she wasn't going to get off for that, actually. When I had told you about the plans and everything, I was asking Riley and Rachel a few times, hey, do you know if Mom got off or anything? Because I didn't want to be super pushy with you guys. I don't want to give anything away. And they had mentioned that she hadn't yet, and she was considering not. And I was like, oh no, I gotta message her right now to rectify this. Yeah, so I just told her it was really important that
Yeah.
you both were there because I had something for you.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, Jonathan said he has something for us." I said, "Yeah, we're going to dinner," because that's all I knew when you told me in Ohio. You didn't want to drive. We just thought we'd visit and be able to get a driver to take us up. I was thinking like an Uber.
Right. Yeah, an Uber.
That was an Uber, all right. That was huge. And
Big one.
big shout out to Juan, our driver.
Yeah,
And
he was awesome. He was
yeah,
really cool.
very cool.
Yeah, I've never been in a limo before. I don't know if
I
that's
never
a
have
surprise
either.
to
I never was either.
First time ever. And honestly, I wasn't planning on the limo originally.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be, I figured that was a little too like in your face about it, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like a extra large size, SUV black,
Yeah.
something like that, something like presidential or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
classy like that. But the other company that I was trying to go with, they didn't have a driver in the area close enough.
Oh,
So that idea ended up getting scrapped, and it was actually the same week of the party. I was calling all these different companies that were in the area to try to get a ride reserved and everything like that, and went on, I think it's luxury limousines here in Wyoming, Pennsylvania.
okay.
And they really helped me out, got me scheduled the same day and everything, but they only had the 8-passenger, because I asked for a 6-passenger vehicle. They only had the 8-passenger limousine, and I said they deserve it, so let's get that out here. And it was a neat.
It was
a neat
really cool.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really neat. And just, I share with y'all just everything, but it was I was choked up. I couldn't talk. I was uncontrollably sobbing. I had to turn my back and just kept going like this because it was just so overwhelming. And just it was amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, thank you.
Right.
To all
Thank you.
of y'all.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here doing what I did if you were such a great father, and my mother was such a great mother. So we wanted to show you that. You deserve more than we gave you, but
that's just seeing you guys. It's just a blessing. Yeah, and just all the decorations and stuff. I was pointing out some of the signs I've got up. I got the camping survival over there.
That's cool.
And,
you got
and I got the don't pet the furry dogs in the back wall, and so I was busy doing that stuff. And they had, because Elisa and I were, and I just showed them the nature walk and stuff. I was just blown away by everything. I showed them the cookies, and the cookies, it's a local place to where Gabby lives. But she told me that the lady, it was only like $2 a cookie.
Wow.
For the cookies. And they're really
very well done.
Very well done. Like I said, so might have some of those. I told Gabby, save her name. I said, maybe for next year's the pavilion for the meetup, maybe I can get them to do some cookies out there. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
very reasonably priced. Well,
very.
Apparently they're delicious. I haven't had the one that we have yet, but apparently they're really good too. So they don't just look good; they taste good.
And I'm carnivore, so I don't eat them. Yeah, but they look good. They really do. Yeah. And hey, Fly Fisher, how you doing? Hello, everyone. Rainy night here in PA, yeah, and it's going to be rainy tomorrow all the way into Tuesday. It's supposed to rain. Yeah, I was telling him I got a really good camp planned.
You doing that Tuesday?
Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to do it tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Mom works the next 5 nights, I think.
Wow.
So, but I'll do it tomorrow night into the morning, and then so I can get it up and posted, because I don't know if I'll be able to on Tuesday night.
Have you revealed where it is yet?
No. It's going to be kind of like a Twilight theme. I'll tell you about it after we're off, because it's.
Maybe I'll drive past it.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's an hour and something away. There's 2 spots that are going to be included on the camp, and I'm not going to give any more away, because I always do that.
Way people are calculating where it could possibly be.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Adventures with Ken says, Fly Fisher, it's raining here in North Carolina too. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. Absolutely. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps. It certainly does. And thank you very much, Ken, for that. Let's see. I got to have a warning. Was it squirrel
Warning squirrel
sign?
sign, Tony. Yeah.
Right.
Sign it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely would sign that. Hey, Tony with an I. How are you doing? Good beach day today. Oh, hot in Florida. Yeah, it was hot yesterday for our family reunion thing when the sun came out.
Yeah, while the sun was out, it was hot. But today, I went swimming today with Saurin. Went in the pool.
Yeah.
It was like six. It was six. It felt like it was 60 out. It's
Yeah.
not. It was like 70 something. But
Yeah.
it was raining still. The wind was still blowing and
Ah.
everything. He didn't stay in there. But the other two kids that were there, they were just in the pool the whole
Really?
time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, Coal Region Explorer. Hello, everyone. Hey, there's Joe Loop saying happy birthday. Yeah, I'm really behind, aren't I? Yeah, 30 minutes behind. Ooh.
Well,
Hey, DRC, Tony, sending you something we hope you will like. Oh, that's what a blessing. Yeah, so I used to do Mail Monday. I stopped doing Mail Monday, and what I do is I open things on Sunday Night Live. So when I get it, I'll show everyone. Yeah. Let's see. I'm so happy for you. Woohoo! You rock. Thank you, Dixie Cup. You rock too. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Squirrel alert. What's Tanya saying here? I knew about this. So happy I
didn't have to keep it a secret.
right?
Yeah.
So I found out from when I sent the picture to Darlene, I mentioned about the surprise. She's like, I knew about it, and Stitch knew about it. And I remember Darlene messaging me some time back and said, hey, can you have Stitch call me? And I was like,
Interesting.
Sure. And I didn't know, and Stitch never told me what Darlene wanted for, but I know she was going through some health things, so I thought maybe that's what it was. But I guess they had a secret group, and I didn't know, Tanya, you were a part of it as well. That's awesome. But I know Rachel reached out to get a couple people, maybe let them know behind the scenes.
Yeah, we tried to get as many. So again, we didn't want to be obvious, and we didn't want to make it. We didn't want it to get leaked to you or anything like that. But we started kind of like going back and seeing videos and stuff like that. And we obviously Stitch. We know that you're really good friends with him, and so we tried to track people down and asked them to also invite people that might be willing to make the trek, the long trip out there for some of them.
Yeah.
And so we had a Facebook group
Okay.
with a lot of people in it and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Just floated the invite to anybody. We even invited the Paneros.
Oh yeah. That's what Gabby said.
Yeah, unfortunately they couldn't make it. But yeah, we were reaching. We were going deep back in Gelke family history to
right
to get people out and see it. Yeah.
Oh, that is too cool. I wish could have been there, Tony. Well, thank you so much, Tanya. It was great seeing you at the meetup. That was awesome. Let's see. Bill just passed away. Oh, Elric, the black card. Sorry to hear that. Prayers, please. My brother-in-law, Bill, just passed away. Absolutely, Elric. I will be, and be praying for your family and everything, and all those Bill's family, in Jesus' name, amen. But if you are, follow, I know a lot of y'all do pray, so please keep Elric, the Black Heart's family in prayer, and Bill's family. Absolutely. Hey, T. Lee. Yo, Tony. I like that. How are you doing tonight, T. Lee? Let's see. Definitely prayers. Where's Stitch? Stitch is, well, Rick. And Rick, I want to thank you again for that knife. So if y'all didn't see the knife that Rick had sent, I opened that was it last Sunday? Was it last Sunday? I think it was last Sunday. Opened that knife. That was the R1 cold steel. I have to show you that. I didn't get the chance to show you that. Really, really nice knife. Very good. And thank you again, Rick, for that. Where's Stitch? Stitch, I'm not sure where he's at tonight. He might be out, him and his wife, doing some things, but hopefully he can stop in when he figures out we're on. No, he always knows we're on. He may even be in later on in the comments. I'm so far behind. Yeah. Let's see. Stitch, where are you? Says Dixie Cup. Hey, George Henry, from West Virginia. Very cool. Question. What did you eat at the party? So that was Rough Cut Barbecue. That's up near Tamaqua. There was pulled pork, pulled chicken. The chicken was had a vinegar, more of a North Carolina vinegar. Each of the north or south, but where it's not tomato based, it was vinegar based. Really good. I'd never had that before from them. There was brisket. There was ribs, barbecued ribs, spare ribs. There was coleslaw.
Yep.
Smoked mac and cheese that they make.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and it's Gabby got 6 pounds of each one of the meats. And
yeah, we weren't sure.
Yeah, I heard she looked at me and said, "There's going to be a lot of leftovers."
Yeah, I'm going over tomorrow and going to help her out with some of that.
Oh, I should go up there and help her too.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick Grimm, how are you doing? Hey, Tony in 2.0 from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Oh, very nice. Sounds like fun. I am turning 72. Oh, 72 years young, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. 51 in August. Yeah. Leo's rule. How about it? That's right. We were talking about it. Someone else told me today. They said, I think that's why we get along so good, because I'm a Leo as well. Yeah. And Amstel, is that how I pronounce that? Amstel?
I'd say so. Amstel,
54. Hey, Tony, found you from the recent collab. Great content. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for finding us. That was a very, very great collaboration.
That was a cool one.
Yeah, and like I said, I wanted to go to a spot where I knew we would be pretty well protected, and also could be very loud, because I knew Sam gets loud. But we'd also have a time to spend together. When the documentary comes out, I'm kind of looking to y'all seeing that, because when you guys see me walk, it's usually I set the camera up and then I'll walk by the camera. So there's a lot of concentration in me walking. But that had mulch, like all dead leaves and stuff. And so my ankle kept wanting to twist. So I'm grabbing trees and not falling to the ground, but falling forward and sideways and stuff. But you guys, the behind the scenes will give you a little bit more perspective of what I do out there. But when I'm out there, I'm alone, except for you were watching. But basically, you only see what I want you to see. Yeah. Yep. I appreciate you loving the videos. I love that you love them. And Tanya's saying welcome. Like I said, I told everybody, I said, hey, if you got any questions for Jonathan, now's the time to ask.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, KN. So KN made a Discord channel for our page.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's a great way to keep the community together and stuff. And
I don't know how to use it.
Well, I can help you out.
Yeah.
At that. I manage a couple channels.
Oh, do you really?
Servers, yeah.
Okay.
Not to, brag.
Well, you've always been good at computers. I just kind of chugging along. Yeah. But KN, super. Hopefully you can make the trek next year to come to our meetup. I think it's going to be even bigger next year, because a lot of the people that came that have channels were a little timid because they didn't know what to expect, and they didn't want to, I believe, put it out there like, hey, I'm going to be here. And but the videos that I did watch, they were all like, oh my goodness, this was amazing. Next year I'm going to come back. So I encourage others to let their subscribers know and viewers that, hey, they're going to be there. If they're going to be in PA, if they want to have someone meet them, come on over. Hey, Steve, Barger,
Shanna Barger.
Yeah. Love the disguise you did for the golfer. As a golfer, yeah, the golf bag holding all the equipment. That was actually Stitch's favorite video because he said there was so much thought that went into that. And yeah, I was dropped off the golf course on the back nine. The golf course is actually owned by three Knoebels now. I don't think it was. I don't remember if it was at the time that I did that. But yeah, it's a great golf course. I can't play golf no more.
Love those characters. I don't know if you played a character with that one, but whenever my dad does disguises and also does a character, those are the best.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Remember when I was a little kid, or you guys were little, and I would do the hats?
We both were little kids that time.
Yeah, right. But I would take my hat, and depending on which way I turned the hat, I would be a different character, and I'd spin it around. This was like a baseball player. Come on, catch it! And then they would turn the hat, and then I'd be somebody totally different.
Yeah.
And then back to normal. And used to do that all the time.
The days before iPads, when entertaining kids was easy.
Right. Right.
How much magic we lost.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah. Makes you less creative.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Rogue 6. Odd question about the most recent stealth camp. How close were you to the home? So a lot of people thought that I camped in the front yard of a home. That was actually a business. I believe it's a garage because the truck was. So when I was at the grocery store, as the video starts out, I say, "Hey, right over there is the Dollar General. This is a grocery store, and right over there is the woods that we're going to camp in." And if you notice right there, there's a gate, and I think I even filmed it when I walked by the gate later, but the gate was locked. The gate was locked when I was there. When I scoped it out a couple days back, the gate was open, and I watched a truck drive out, locked the gate, and then was gone. So I thought because the gate was closed that there wouldn't be anybody back there, but I think that is a garage. Like maybe they do some kind of work in there, but the vehicles that were around. So it's a big coal region, so maybe even working on equipment and stuff. But so that old Jeep, I said 1957, and then in editing, I see it was 1997 was the last time a registration sticker was on there. But I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning to the sound of people going bleep, 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 locking their door to go to work at Boyer's because they opened at 6. And then I kind of was dozed off a little bit. And then I heard a chain rattle. And then I heard a vehicle. And that's when I woke up and I was like, oh, I think somebody just pulled into the work. Go work early. It was only like 6:30 in the morning. And I looked quick around that Jeep and I saw that same truck. The gray truck that was there the night before had come back to work. So there was actually no house there. The only houses that were there, because it was that business was the closest to the railroad track. And then it's a mountain. And then up on top, they do coal, like strip mining coal up on the top. But there was no house there. So some people thought, a couple of people commented, yeah, I know, that's my uncle and stuff. I'm going to call him and tell him you're there. And I was like, I know they were subscribers just playing around. But yeah, it was exciting. But I didn't have the clip that when I was getting ready to go back there to drop off the backpack, I was going over. I just pulled up to the front of the Dollar General, and I was just scoping the area out before I went to take the backpack. And there was a guy that walked down the railroad tracks, and he looked like he was a homeless guy pretty much because he had a backpack, but it was a book bag backpack. and he made eye contact with me. As soon as I made eye contact, I was in the car. He looked away quick, but he came from where I needed to go. And I was, which one is that? Oh, is that the black one?
who that is.
Hey, Kate, come here. Come here, Kate. Hey, Kate, come here.
We got a cat fight.
Well, that's the little one.
Yeah, I'll move him out.
Okay. Well, the big black one, he likes coming up and he'll jump on my chest no matter where I'm at.
I scared the other one away.
Yeah. Yeah. So I watched him, and that's why you can close the door. Yeah. That's why I watched. I do say in the video later, I said, yeah, I was trying to see where that guy come out, and then we'll go over. And I didn't have the clip of me talking about him coming out of where I was just getting ready to go. Because if you go out on the railroad tracks, there are no houses. But he came from, looked like where those woods were, and I was a little nervous about it. And I was waiting to see him come out of the Dollar General. I never saw him come out. So then I was thinking, well, maybe he's a worker there. But when he made eye contact with me, he looked away real quick. Usually if you're not doing anything nefarious, you look people in the eye. At least I do. So, but yeah, there was no home right there. But when Dollar General closed and the lights went totally off at 10:30, I was worried that maybe he was going to come back if he worked there and walk back along the railroad tracks. But nobody ever did, which is good. Yep. How's your back? Tub Puncher Productions. My back. So my back still hurts at different times. It stiffens up and things, but that's the lower back. But if y'all remember when I slipped and I fell on the ice and hit my hip on this side, that was like almost 2 months ago, or maybe a little longer. It's actually, I believe, the bone, the hip joint, where your leg comes into the joint, I believe that's still bruised. Because if I push on it, it hurts. Someone said it may be fractured, but yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't know. I would think it would be healing.
Right.
The party was awesome. Loved the pics. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad she posted those on there. Dallas Cowboys, Tony RA 2.0, where are we at and what are we doing? All right, well, where we're at, we're in the studio. What are we doing? We're on Sunday Night Live with Jonathan.
Hey.
Yeah. Let's see. Timothy, how are you doing, Timothy? Timothy Easter. I can say that. So, hi, Tony. I met you there at the meetup. Okay. I was sitting at the table where your banner was. I was just wondering, would you ever consider doing a camp out in Bigfoot country somewhere? Yeah.
You know what? My wife had the same question while we were driving up here. She wondered where Bigfoot country was. So I think now I'll have an answer for her from this. This explanation.
So Timothy, send me an email, Random Adventures 927@gmail. It's in the comment section of every video. But yeah, that would be cool. I know I was out on that one camp, really dark, and I was hearing the knocking sounds, and then they'd be over there, they'd be over there. I've heard that in different places a couple times. I usually don't talk about it that often, but I've heard them a couple different times. But yes, I definitely would like to. Susan Bradley, hello, Tony and the 2.0 crew. Hope your back is feeling a lot better. Yeah, I actually put stuff on it and push on it and do little exercises. Jonathan sees me do that because I was doing that even at his house.
Yeah.
Tony is the funniest stealth camper. Aw, no, thank you. Yeah, that's me. Just me, just being me. Yeah. Let's see. So I got to say thank you, Tony. I've had my dad watching for a few days ago and found out he had a stroke during his procedure, but you inspired him to push through and walk. That's awesome. Awesome. Definitely continued prayers for your dad, Rogue 6. Really You know that. So there is a stroke playlist because when I had the stroke, it was the 1 year anniversary of the YouTube channel. I hit 500 subscribers that morning. Went to work, had my major stroke. I was at the hospital and I had to pick my phone up with my left hand. And if you watch that, you'll see I didn't know how to. The camera is backwards and it looks like I'm talking with my right hand, but I was actually had it reversed. And then anyhow, so I didn't know how to edit that good back then. But I picked the phone up with my left hand and said, "Hey, had a stroke. Oh, I hit 500 subscribers and had a stroke, literally." So come along on a new adventure of recovery. So that's when we did the recovery playlist. And 50 days after the stroke, I did my first stealth camp post-stroke, and that was across from the Walmart in the woods. So that's where the guys went after the meetup and did a little camp up there. I told them about that spot. It was a really good spot. And it's actually not on Walmart property. It's just in the woods across from it. I forget the company that it's for sale commercially. Hey, John, how are you doing? John Hanson. Hey, Tony, South Dakota in the house. Oh, I love South Dakota. Beautiful area out there. Hey, Jackie plus everything. Hi, Tony and all. And Jeff 54.
Jeff Steer.
Yeah, just it's. I always pronounce it Steyer at one time, but Stare.
Oh,
Steer. Maybe
I think
Steer. Steer.
That's my verdict on
We're
it.
going with John.
Steer.
I think I've pronounced it Steer many times
Last name's
too.
good.
Like Engelke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I noticed ever since boot camp, you pronounce your name how they recruiters are pronouncing it better yet. Every time I see Tony, I want a ribeye, right? Yeah. Oh, ribeye. Yum. Jonathan, so cool of you to hang out with us. Absolutely,
Yeah.
Kitchen Witch.
Absolutely. I love being here. I love getting on these when I can. I think the last one I did was last and first one was New Year's.
New Year's, yeah. It was our New Year's Eve, two New Year's Eves ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2022.
Yeah. We dropped the Louisiana crunch cakes.
Yeah, that's the crunch cake era.
Yeah, and that's when we were doing the walkie-talkies and stuff from downstairs and upstairs, and then you came up. Oh, look, Katrina's here.
Oh, hey.
I'm not to that, but I can see over there, and I saw Alpine pop up here too. Alpine Warrior, hey buddy. Let's see, ribeye. Hey Steve, how are you doing? Steve Cousins. Hey everyone. Dixie Cup ribeye. Yum. Hey, Robert. Yes. So Robert had a stroke too out in Tucson, Arizona. And we've talked many times. He's doing good. But he had a stroke in his house alone and crawled to the front door because the front door was locked so that the emergency crew could get in there.
Incredible strength.
Yeah.
To do that.
And he sends me Bible verses and pictures of things and good morning coffee, drinking coffee emojis every morning. Thank you very much, brother. But you got a question, says, hey, Tony, I love the video. Was that an active railroad track beside your camp? It is, but I think they only use it once a day. I don't think I know that's not the one that runs a lot of trains. I think mostly that one's running coal on that railroad track, but I hear it. I've been in the mountain about 10 miles away, and I always hear a train track and train horns in the morning, and I know it goes through that town and crosses the road. So I'm thinking that that's where the sound carries from, but I'm actually not sure. There is another set of railroad tracks, but I did ask someone that was stocking shelves at the grocery store. I said, "Hey, does trains come by here?" He says, "Yeah, I think daily." So, and that town, not too far from there, is the Pioneer coal tunnel, Pioneer train tunnel. So there's a mine tour you can do up there, real close. But yeah, I was hoping to see a train come by. I think that would have worked out cool for the video, especially at night. That would have been neat. It woke me up, but I was awake. After I say, "All right, good night, lights out," then I start editing. So I was editing till 2:45 in the morning. Yeah, and then it was late. And then went to sleep and then woke up at 6 o'clock by bleep bleep. Everybody locked their car to go into the store to work. Let's see. Mountain View saying hi to Jonathan.
Hey, Mountain View.
Oh, good question here. Diesel Outdoor Excursion says, have you got your Hellbender yet? No, I slept in mine last night and did a video on it. That is awesome. Yeah, Vicky contacted me and said, what's my address? They would send it to me. It's been done for a little bit. And I said, oh, don't send it because I want to come down and pick it up because I told them I was going to be doing a video of the shop and stuff. And because I really wanted to show it off, their Dutch Wear Gears location and just all about their warehouse and how they hand sew everything and just beautiful. So they're getting back to me on a date that I'm going to come down and I'm going to pick it up rather than them sending it. But sounds like you had a good time in it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, Tall Tree Adventures. Hi, Tony and the 2.0 family. Well, hello. So there's Randy Beeson and Annette, his wife Annette. Dick's Cup, thanks for the arrows. My girlfriend wants to know, have you ever camped in Massachusetts? No, I have not. I haven't been to Massachusetts, but I'll be going when I'm going to go over tomorrow. I was going to go tomorrow. I want to go and find out because I know it's going to be a little while till I get my birth certificate because they don't take mine that I've used for 59 years. They told me it's no good anymore for getting a passport and stuff like that. So I want to go. I ordered it, but they told me 90 to 95 working days. So I still got like a couple months for that. But I'm planning on going up to Maine and maybe I'll do something in Massachusetts on the way up or the way back. But I want to take the ferry across to Nova Scotia. But I'm trying to figure out when I can do that. So I might go to find out about the driver's license, the new one that you have to get if you want to drive places like that. Boy, it's warm in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great to see your son, says Steve. He is an impressive young man. Appreciate his service. Well, thank you so much. He is impressive. I've always told him he's awesome.
Flattering me.
Flattering's well deserved. Hey, Key. Let's see. Jerry just joined your Facebook page. Thanks for letting us know. Absolutely, Jerry. Thanks. And like I said, go check out the pictures from Miss 2.0 and I's surprise birthday party.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, Darlene's got a son of Mr. 2.0. What made you switch to Space Force? Did you age out on your previous job? Laugh out loud.
So no, I didn't. So when the Space Force was made, basically every job that primarily worked with the space domain, so space and missile defense, communications, like all that stuff. Every service kind of had their own thing,
Yeah.
where own MOSs and different jobs and stuff like that worked with space systems. When the Space Force became a thing, well, part of that standardization was just bringing them all into the same force. So basically, if I wanted to keep doing my job, it was either go to the Space Force or go to the needs of the Army. And I figured, Space Force seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Try that out for a little while.
And you were the first run in there as soon as they were
for my job. Yeah, we were all phased through.
Yeah.
It's like the third phase, but at the time, it was service transfers were really big. So people from the Navy, Air Force, Army, all that were transferred into this force in waves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you did in the Army how many years?
I did 5 years in the Army, a little over 5 years, 5
Yeah.
years and some months, because I had to extended my Army contract to get into the Space Force. So
Yeah.
about 5 years, 6 months or so.
Yeah. And then into the Space Force.
About 2 years.
Yeah. Remember when we told Mom you were going into the Space Force, and she's like, no, in the Army, do satellite communication and repair. And we didn't tell her, but she thought Jonathan had to go to space to work on them.
Yeah.
Remember that?
A lot of people think that when they hear that job descriptor.
Right. And nope. Oh, stealth camp in space says 1LKH1. Yeah, on the space station. If I could sneak up there, I would.
Right.
Let's see. Priest place for Logan back in the hospital. Pray for have 105 miles an hour winds. Oh my goodness, Oklahoma postponed a family reunion for flooding. Leonard, we definitely will. We'll keep Logan in prayer. Yes, and thanks for the update on that. Good to see your son, Tony. Absolutely, Dixie Cup.
I hear about Dixie Cup a lot. She was last year too, right? Or
Yeah,
the last live stream I was on, she's one of the OGs.
Yep. Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And let's see. I'm pretty sure I saw. Yeah. Randy Beeson's daughter was on Naked and Afraid not too long ago. Yeah. Let's see. Steve Cousins say never stop moving. Right. I just got off of the tennis court after 3 hard hours of intense heat. And got to watch you of Arkansas earn a spot in the College Baseball Hall of Fame.
World Series.
Yeah. Oh, World Series. You can tell I'm having trouble when they're long.
You want me to read them? I will.
Okay. Yes, please. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Chuck. How you doing, Chuck? You gonna read it?
Okay. Oh, I didn't know you wanted this on the long ones. No. Tony and 2.0 family.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it.
So you're approved. You can be official reader now. Right. Hey, Blake, how you doing? Keep up the great content. I've been watching since the baseball dugout video. Yeah, that was
a long one. That was long ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was in December, right before I went down to Florida. Not this past year, the year before. And I didn't know what to make on that. And Mom said, "Oh, make hot ballpark Franks. You're at a baseball thing." I was like, that is a great idea. And yeah, so that's what we made. Yeah, that's been a while, Blake. That's awesome. Yeah, it's got to be at least 2 years. Oh, it'll be 2 years this year. I can't remember when I made it. And Mick Grimm from Cocoa Beach. Awesome. I always like saying Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach.
Yeah. We found amazing. Yes. Let's see. Love the collab with Sam Champion. Can't wait till next year. Yeah. It took me a month and a half to get that planned. Because I wanted to do something special. So it took a little bit of planning to figure out how to get that many guys there. And I knew that that would be all with, using Miss 2.0's car, act like it's broke down, put the bag in the window. So there was a lot of stuff. I went out and scoped it out because it had been over 2 years since I've been there, and did that camp up there 2 years ago. Read this long one.
Rogue 6 at Random Adventures 2.0. God may not have let you have the stroke, but he allowed you to be an inspiration, including my dad lately, who had a stroke because of anesthesia or a biopsy brain tumor. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Well, you're welcome, and all praise and glory to the Lord for that. Yeah. Yeah, I always say, I know he didn't cause it, but he allowed it. And the purpose of allowing it is to really get me back to the original calling that the Lord had on my life, which is to minister and preach the gospel and to share his love with so many. And, Elric the Blackheart, he was one of the, one of the first men to come to know Christ through the testimony of watching the videos. And he was going through, can I have a surgery? And he reached out. I said, reach out to me. I'll pray with you. And just that talk and that discussion, he gave his life to Christ. He's doing great. I know Anthony as well. So the Lord's definitely working. And if you're inspired, and you've been struggling, things like that, yeah, maybe the Lord's tapping on your shoulder or on your heart. And if you get anything out of it, just know that it's because He's reaching out to you. And maybe it's using this channel. Maybe it's using the videos. I mean, I believe that that's the only reason that He allows me to do what I'm doing is to make Him known. Because there's such a need nowadays. There's always a need, but even more so now. Yeah. Hey, Jake, how are you doing? And thank you, Rogue Six. I really appreciate that. And say hi to your dad. Yes. And I'll tell you what, send me an email. That's the randomventures927@gmail.com. There is in the description, even in this live, it's already in the description. Send me an email. I want to send him some stickers. Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Let's see. Jake says limo stealth camp. Well, the limo driver, Juan, he's actually a subscriber now, part of the 2.0 family. Yeah, because he has a lot of time to kill while he's waiting for people to come out of the event that they were in. So him and I were talking because I went down to invite him up to eat. I said, man, you got to come up and eat some of this. And he says, no, I can't. I'm full. I ate before I came. And he said, and I was telling him about my stroke and stuff like that, and that I'd gone carnivore. And he goes, you're a carnivore? Oh, man, I just started that. And I said, well, what'd you have for dinner? He says, I ate a whole ribeye and butter before I came out. So, yeah, I said, well, you won't be hungry till tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, I did tell him, I said, oh, it'd be so cool to do a limo stealth camp. Yeah. Hey, Black Phoenix, that'd be a good one for Miss 2.0. She like that. Congratulations on hitting 30,000. So happy for you to have your son, Jonathan, with you. Absolutely. When's the last time you were home? I was telling him it
was last year during the last get together. Yeah, it was actually Saurin's birthday.
Yes.
Saurin's birthday, yep. Right, Saurin's birthday. So after we moved to Ohio, I haven't been back. This was my first time back since moving to Ohio in August of last year. It's about an 8-hour drive and everything like that, which is nothing to this guy, but to me, I don't usually do that. But it actually was a pretty easy drive. So as long as I can get time off of work, my new job doesn't have as much time off as before.
Right.
But maybe we can make some more stuff happen. But he's always coming down to see me. So
yeah, anytime when I was heading out to Colorado last year, out to see Stitch last September, I swung by and stopped on the way out, and then I went to Arizona, and I was in Arizona for like 2 weeks because it was so hot. I couldn't get out to do any camp, but I wanted to stop out and see Dave, and my friend Dave and his wife Katie are NRV Chronicles, and then on the way back, I stopped again to see and see little Saurin. Yeah,
that's always good.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there's Ed Chaos. How are you doing, Ed? You can see yourself with playing. They did outdo themselves. Yeah. Was that hard to plan and everything?
Well, Gabby took on most of that, planning and everything. Rachel, Riley, Emma did a ton of the setup, which was great beforehand. So shout out to them for sure. And Gabby and Rachel are so good at coordinating events. I was all the way in Ohio while they were doing it and everything. So I was like, hey, if you guys need any help or need this or that, I was always there for it. I planned we had a little table. There's called at our military events. There's something called the table of the fallen soldier. Sometimes it has a different name, and usually it's for missing soldiers or soldiers who died during battle who couldn't be with everybody at the event. And I just floated the idea because his dad and then my mom's dad were both in the military for a time, and I thought it would be great to honor them in that way. So we set up a table similar to how you would set up one of those tables, very respectfully and everything. And that was I feel like that was my biggest contribution
That was huge
to it, because it's just
to have your grandfathers there and my dad and mom's dad there as part of it. Because if you are a member of the 2.0 crew, there is the video that I made when you got sworn into the Space Force down in front of my dad's down in Arlington Cemetery. That's on my member only videos. Yeah, we had Lisa's dad there too, his ashes as well.
way.
Yeah. You wanted to get your sworn in there because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better way to get sworn into a new service than in front of the two grandfathers who, served before me, and in a large part were big inspirations for me, especially learning about them and everything. And I still remember your dad's funeral was a really big it's a really big memory for me. 21 gun salute at Arlington Cemetery that really solidified a lot of things I believe in today and everything. So yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah. It's so
You can't get us together because we'll start talking about deep stuff.
Right. Yeah. Oh, my cake. So, but on that Facebook page that Gabby posted, there is a picture of both Lisa's dad and my dad. They're actually, Lisa has them set up down. We got, because Gabby sent so much stuff like the props and stuff like the coffee bar and stuff.
Yeah.
She set up a coffee station down at where we have a coffee table, and both her dad's and my dad's picture are down there right now. Yeah. Both in their military attire. As far as meat cookies, did not have. Jeff, thank you so much. Father and son coffee time. Jonathan, thank you for your service. I know you guys can see that. I just can't click on things. Here, let me try. Did it go? I can't.
Nice, you liked it.
Aw.
Thanks, Jeff. Really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much for that.
That's awesome. Maybe we'll get down to Palmer's.
Oh, yeah.
Have a little coffee together.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so as far as meat cookie, so they all sang happy birthday to us. And the birthday cake was a cupcake for Lisa. She had the number 6 in her cupcake, and they lit the candle. Mine was a spare rib, a barbecue spare rib, and some brisket with candles, 0 candles stuck in it, and they all sang happy birthday, and we blew the candles out. That was neat. So I did have a meat cake for my birthday. Yeah, my early birthday. Yeah, so I get to have another birthday.
Yeah.
2 at 60. Yeah. Too bad you can't eat the cookies. Yeah, I even thought of letting the cookies get real stale to save them. Yeah, but I don't know. Someone might want to eat them. Could use luck and prayers currently. Thanks to all. Absolutely, we'll definitely be praying. Hot out here in Cali. Ooh, yeah. So that's Steve Stanaberger. Scharnebarger. See, you need
Steve Scharnebarger.
Yeah.
Stay safe out there in Cali, Steve.
Yeah. So, yeah, with your videos are well made, Tony. Keep them coming. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Hey, Alan. Howdy, y'all. It's raining here in New York City. Rain, rain, rain. Yeah, we've needed the rain, but Pennsylvania, it's rained.
It's been going and going.
21 out of the last 28 days, I believe someone said. Yeah. Hey, Ron, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. Oop, that was one of the signs fell. I had stick tape on it. Which one was it? Oh, it's the Sasquatch. Uh-oh.
Oh, we heard him talking.
Yeah.
Talking about him earlier, so he's getting out of here.
Uh-oh. What was your title in the military, Darlene asked?
When I was in the Army, it was a 25 Sierra, which was a satellite operator maintainer. And then I had a 1 Charlie. It's called an additional skill identifier.
Hmm.
Um, and that was satellite network controller, which means I was dealing with more of the satellite than the ground stuff. And then in the Space Force, I ended up being a 5 Charlie in the R shred, which was something cyber. And then the R shred would be radio frequency.
Mm.
So they kind of broke us up into 2 different jobs. Half of us were like cyber, and then the other ones were whatever the equivalent of the Army one would be.
Yeah.
But we both did the same thing. It didn't really matter.
Right. Right. So Jonathan, actually, you were coming up to where you would have had to wait to re-enlist, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I came up to the military. That's why I ended up getting out really, is because I had a son. Kind of changed my priorities a little bit, and I was coming up to deciding whether or not I wanted to stay in or get out. And the way that they do promotions in the Space Force is pretty much all time dependent.
Mm.
And then even if you get selected, you could be on the list for up to a year. And I just didn't want to wait maybe up to 2 years to hit that next level in the military. So I had to make a difficult decision, and I decided to look for jobs on the outside. And now I have a better schedule, and I feel like a better job for my family, and
Mm.
worked out. But definitely still miss it. I think I
Yeah.
saw some questions about it, so I might go into it a little deeper
Okay.
later. But
Absolutely. Ah, look who it is. Back on 7:45.
hey,
So.
mom.
You two cuties.
Hey.
So there's Miss 2.0. She's at work tonight. Yum pulled pork, says,
Yeah,
says
love
Ron. Yeah. So I made pulled chicken with vinegar. Like I tried to recreate it downstairs in the crock pot today with chicken thighs. So I got it from my butcher. Hey, Tom Locke. See how long that is.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry. Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Did you know that around the DC area, squirrels are black? Oh, wow.
Oh.
The Smithsonian brought them here from Canada years ago, and they escaped institution, and now they're everywhere.
Oh, did not know that, Tom.
Wow.
We're in Elysburg, where I have coffee a lot of times in the morning. So big shout out to Elysburg and to George and Ed. They hang out there. George is the one who is 80. You guys know him from the Meetup. He was over there, but he's 80. He did 3 tours in Nam, and go hang out with him as well. But there is a black squirrel that runs. There's a bank and then Turkey Hill, and there's a black squirrel that not every day, but usually once a week, we'll see the black squirrel run over the oak tree. Yeah. I did not know that. That's pretty awesome.
That's very cool.
Hungry here. Yeah. We should not talk about food, right, hon? It was so good. Yeah. Oh yeah, the meal up there was amazing. Okay, Joe Jackson. My dog chased a black squirrel up a tree in Georgia today. Oh wow. All the way from the Smithsonian. We can thank the Smithsonian for that. Right? Hey, Woods 87. Hello. Let's see. People's Arkansas black squirrels are very rare. If you shoot one, it's a straight to the taxidermist to get it mounted. Oh wow! Hey, PA outdoor couple. So y'all were over at the meetup as well, and you guys just put out another video. You guys put some regular content out, guys. If y'all haven't ever checked them out, go check out the PA outdoor couple. Great couple, and. If you go over to the Random Ventures 2.0 Facebook page, a lot of people have been posting the video from their videos that they made at the meetup over there as well. I should see if we're centered. I think we are.
I feel centered.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Oh, we're centered. Grounded and centered.
Yes.
Yep. I take pride in being a fellow Pennsylvanian. Often it says Jake and
Jake Stetler.
Jake Stetler, you want to take it over from here?
I take pride in being a fellow Pennsylvanian. It's the best state in the East Coast. Show consistently entertaining and well produced. That's what sets him apart. He's really, really well produced. I agree.
Yeah.
Also a fellow carnivore. Yum.
Yeah, well, good job on the carnivore, Jake. And as far as my dad, he worked in the Pentagon, but then he was the personnel director for the city of Annapolis for a lot of years, and he also had a photography studio in his basement. So he was really into photography, and he always used to get photography magazines. I used to always look at those. I've always kind of had an art bent to myself, and really like the visual of. I like editing, and I like camera angles and things like that. So thank you for noticing. I really appreciate that. Yeah. What does your job consist of, Jonathan?
Darlene Good asks, what does your job consist of, Jonathan? So right now I'm working with the Air Force as a contractor, and I'm a systems engineer. And essentially anything that has a frequency, like whether it be radar or Bluetooth or like some telemetry thing, if it transmits, it has to come through an office similar to ours, and it has to get certified, and then put up the chain and stuff. So basically just application processing based off a lot of data that's sent over and making sure all the numbers work and stuff. It's definitely not as exciting as my old job. I'll say that much, but the schedule's better, and it is cool to see stuff that's coming through the office because it's new stuff, it's old stuff, B-52 bomber, F-22 Raptor, like it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome to be a part of that kind of thing, even if I'm just a small piece in the machine here. But
and when I was out visiting the last time, I know my dad used to love going to that museum that's out there, and they say it takes a couple days to go through it. Yeah.
Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, right there. Yep.
Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Hey, Gary, how you doing tonight? Gary Pulsifer. I think I got that one right. Let's see. Jonathan, y'all's eldest? No, our oldest is 34. Actually, she's 35 or 36. She's 35. Our oldest is 35 out of 6. Jonathan is the third. So we got Gabrielle, then Jonathan, then Rachel, then Riley, then Emma. So 6 kids, and Jonathan's number 3. So we had girl, and then Lisa's like, oh, we should try for a boy again. And so then we got Jonathan. Then it was, he needs a little brother to play with. And so we tried again and got Rachel, who is pregnant with our 5th grandchild. And just, really, really neat. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And Jonathan's wife is due very
October.
soon coming up. Yeah.
Rachel will have her kids soon. And then that grandkid will be the youngest for a couple months. And then my kid will be the youngest again. So holding on
for
to
a
that
couple
title.
Months.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And not going to find out what you're having this time.
Nope. It's a surprise.
Surprise.
Boy or girl?
I don't know. Let's see. No way, Jake. We are taking over. Lafayette, we need a secret handshake. Let's see. Sorry to keep forgetting the question marks. No problem. Yeah. It was great. Yes, Ryan was very nervous. Good times. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, a lot of people in the videos were saying, they felt nervous. And I know also, I did watch a couple videos, and they mentioned about, it seemed like everybody there was camping, stealth camping or camping, but it's not meant to be like that. It's just that a lot of people follow me are also stealth campers and stuff, but it's not meant to just be for that. It's any genre, whatever it is. And then it's a good way to kind of meet other people that are doing other things. And a lot of times people will start a channel out. I mean, mine wasn't camping when I started it. It was hiking. Well, make my first video,
Coffee.
making coffee in the
Yep.
woods. And but it changes in like gold panning and things like that. Oh, I just looked my gold panning video from 2021. It gets about 140 views every 2 days still.
Wow.
Yeah, every two
Gold
days.
panning's still on the up and up.
Yeah, I remember Walter Zana was there, and I remember Walter and I were subscribed to one of those channels. And when he saw that gold panning one come out and it just took off, he says, "Oh, I think you struck gold with that one." I didn't find anything in that pan, but definitely the algorithm liked it, and a lot of gold panners watched that video. Let's see. Good to see y'all. It says Woods 87. And is Studio Tony? Yeah, right. Still around. He is every once in a while, but it's that takes a lot of work to do. And if y'all don't know who Studio Tony is, Studio Tony's in some of the early videos, some of the travel videos. The Chef Tony, Studio Tony. There's a lot of Tonys that were part of the channel, but those are a lot of them early on. And Studio Tony's done some videos, but he hasn't been around in a while. I kind of, when I took my trip out across the United States, Studio Tony became Chef Tony. We had him in the car carrier, and he gets out in Arizona, and I didn't see him since. But yeah, every once in a while he appears. Hey, old and cracking dated, how you doing? Late, but here.
Ordered a 13 by 19 fire maple folding fire pit and grill.
What?
Oh,
That's
I think he means inches. 13 by 19 inches.
Yeah,
'Cause
probably.
feet. That thing is fantastic. That's a towable.
Yeah, yeah. We're coming over, old and cracking dated. We'll bring the beef.
That's awesome.
Hey, Alpine Warrior, my brother there. Hey, brother, you want to read this one?
Yeah, Alpine Warrior. Hi, brother. Congratulations on hitting 30,000. I'm so happy for you to have your son with you.
Yes.
Jonathan, great to see you. Sending you both all the best. Wow, appreciate it, Alpine Warrior.
Yeah.
Another person who's been around a long time.
Yes.
My dad talks about you a lot. Is he the one from Ohio or is he somewhere?
Adirondacks.
Oh, so he's up in Pennsylvania.
He's up in New York.
New York. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, Alpine Warrior. I'll have to meet you sometime.
Absolutely.
Have to meet you.
Yeah. Alpine Warrior was at our very first meetup, and Alpine Warrior is the one that gave me this.
Oh yeah.
Yep. After the stroke, he came down for the meetup at Cabela's, and him and I sat in the parking lot after everyone had left that night. And he had a few things for me, and this was one of them. And I put this on that night, and I said, I ain't ever taking it off because Miss 2.0 want it. If I take it off, it'll disappear. But this was to remind me to be able to, have a dream to get back to climbing again. Yeah. And Miss 2.0 finally got one. Comes from, it's on Esty. Hammock Mountain found it at one time for me and sent me the link. Scandinavia.
Oh, wow.
There's a lady out there that makes them. Get a lot of people ask about that all the time. Thank you so much, Alpine. Good seeing you on here tonight. A lot of people excited to see you. Let's see. Hope things
work out for you, Rogue. Rogue Six's father.
Yes. This is a familiar. I see Darlene is still good, right out, old and cracking. Let's see. Mountain View says, may I please ask what Jonathan does for work? I think maybe you answered that. So
yeah, we covered it. Systems engineer for the Air Force.
Yeah. It would be great to see you both do a stealth camp together in the future.
Yeah.
We've talked about, we actually were going to do one. Well, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it got rained out, which I guess shouldn't really have stopped us, but there was a lot. My wife was pretty pregnant at the time and stuff, so we just kind of scrapped it. But
oh no, we went in, we were going to go to a place and remember that.
Oh, that's really what happened. So two things happened that day.
Yeah.
Is one, we were going back to a place that we used to go shooting there pretty much like every Christmas or something. It's up by my sister's house, Gabby. And we got there and the gate was closed. Sometimes you have a gate, that's closing off a trail or whatever, but we never had a problem. we just open up the gate and go down there, and four-wheelers and stuff do all that stuff. And I think you camped back there a couple times
Yeah.
in some videos, which is maybe what tipped the whole thing off.
No, there was a lot of people hunting up there, and they were trying to do like a little land grab, like keep everybody out. So they were having people go through there, which I found out later.
Yeah, but we were making our way down the trail. I had his phone on a tripod, and I was holding it out the window. No seatbelt on or anything. We're rolling down this rocky trail and stuff, and I'm holding it like out the window, just getting some good shots for the videos. Those were a really big portion of your videos during that time too, the whole drive up and everything.
Yeah, because I did the music. Yeah,
with the music and everything like that. So we're in the middle of that, and a ranger car, a cop car, comes up behind us and kind of shuts our party down a little bit there.
Yeah, and I said, well, I know another place would go. They said, well, you can't be in here. I said, well, we've always been able to be in here. And they said, well, not anymore. Things are changing. So we decided to go to another place, and it was starting to rain. It was getting dark. It was late. So really wasn't enough time to film. And we were having so much good time just talking and interacting and stuff that we decided to just go ahead and scrap it and just hang out.
Yeah.
And didn't film that night or camp that night. But yeah, we did attempt one, and then we haven't had a chance to try again because with you being in the military and then moving out to Ohio and just 8 hours away. But I do have some time when I get out there. But now Jonathan's gonna have another baby in a couple of months.
The stars aren't aligning.
No.
Well, they are aligning, just enough to mess us up.
All right. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah. My girlfriend wants to know what's the first step in becoming a stealth camper.
Good question. Go camping. Yeah. Even if it's not like a sneaky stealth, but it's all about planning. So there's different types of stealth camping. Really, being a stealth camper, there's different levels. So there's high risk situation. I don't recommend that for the first one. Get some camps under your belt, but basically you're camping somewhere that's, you may or may not be allowed to camp, but it's really doing it sneakily, sometimes off of a bike path or something like that. So, but it's really about going out and looking for places. But I do want to say that once you become a stealth camper and you do your first one, you'll be that's all you look for. That's all you're driving down the road and you're just like, oh, that'd be a great place to camp. It just becomes part of you, and you're always looking and thinking about camping. But I would say that would be the first step, is just drive around and look for places and say, oh, I wonder if I could camp there. But don't make it a hard one the first time. Just get one under your belt, or maybe 2 or 3 under your belt, to kind of see how you do. Yeah, because it can be a little nervous.
You need a love for it, right? That's what you need.
Yeah, you do. And I enjoy stealth camping. The reason I enjoy it is because I'm basically not in a campground with a lot of people, that I can't control their volume, and things like that, or just they're up late. And I never hear nature a lot of times if you're in a busy campground. But out in the woods, you may have been the only one in that spot for, years. And you really hear the woods come alive. Or behind a grocery store, something like that. It's a whole different perspective. Yeah, usually driving over a bridge. Well, you only see the top of the bridge, and you're done. You might have driven over it 1,000 times, but you may not have ever thought of sleeping under it. And it's a whole different perspective. The sound used to be going over the bridge. Now you're hearing everybody else go over the bridge, and a lot of times a lot of traffic. So you get to learn about traffic noise and stuff. Yeah. All right. Where did I jump? Nope. No.
Old and cracked data, I think we're on there.
Okay.
Would have been funny if they had. Oh, about your last camp that you did, stealth camp. Would have been funny if they had decided to start rebuilding the Jeep that morning.
Right.
There you go. Doing that story.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and having that there and being able to use the bed of it for cooking my steak, that was handy. Except for it had all the old leaves and branches and stuff on there. And
Start uncovering you.
yeah. Oh, let's see.
Alpine Warrior Jonathan, how is your new job doing, and how does it feel to be out of the service?
Mm.
Man, I'll tell you, Alpine Warrior, there's been challenges with both of them, definitely. I miss a lot of my buddies back in the service. It's just there's a very different bond that you have when you meet someone and go through certain things with people, and you could start off hating someone's guts, but you go through so many difficult things with them, even if it's just being on a 24-hour FTX or a 12, if you're stuck on 12-hour night shifts with someone. It's just you always find some sort of common ground, familiarity. So I've loved that experience. I really miss a lot of things in the service, a lot of things in the military, but ultimately it ended up being the right decision for me and my family at this time. And I still love the guys that I served with, still talk to a lot of them, but I think I made the right decision, and enjoying the schedule for the new job. I'll tell you that. Going from 12-hour shifts to more of a 9 to 5 deal. Great for me, great for my son, great for my wife. So
yeah.
Can't say much.
And great for the new baby that's on the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I got to meet two of his coworkers. We had lunch when I was last down visiting.
Yeah, that really softened the blow. The team that I'm a part of, everyone's a veteran. So everyone was in either the Navy, the Marines, the Army, the Air Force. So it's just been an incredible group of people to kind of jump into this new portion of my life with. They kind of get it. So that's been great.
Yeah, and that was good hamburger we had.
Oh, yeah. Dad's Burgers and Wings out in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Best burger.
Dad's Burgers and Wings. The legendary Boggy Creek. About
Steve Cousins, Arkansas, had a movie made decades ago, The Legend of Boggy Creek, about the Folky River, maybe Fouke River monster, aka Bigfoot. Oh, okay. We claim to be one of the places that kicked the whole thing off.
Ooh.
Okay. So Boggy Creek.
Yeah.
The Fouke River monster.
Maybe I got to find a stealth camp out there.
Yeah, that could be a creepy one.
Yeah, right. Place it here. How you doing tonight?
Ooh, 10 days until my 8-week road trip from Florida to Nevada to Wyoming to Illinois to New York.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. And back to Florida. Getting nervous and excited.
Yeah. Definitely nerve-wracking. And I believe you mentioned this not too long ago, but you're going to be doing the road car trip. And I think you may have asked, like, doing a few short trips. So hopefully whatever you didn't think you learned, you will learn on the road. And I pray that you have safe travels, absolutely, and a protective hedge around you as you go. And you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. Hey, Maria, how are you doing? Good evening, Tony, and Howdy 2.0 family. Says, there's the missus.
Katrina and Gelke, my wife, aka Hi Dada and Pop watching you with Saurin.
Hey Saurin.
Hey Saurin, you're still on. You better be asleep.
Right. I was just gonna look, say 10:48.
Yeah. I hope brushing his teeth went well. Usually I do it every night. He doesn't give me too much trouble. I brush his teeth. That's kind of been my job. So hopefully it went well.
Yes. Yeah. And he loves saying pop.
He loves it. Pop. The way he says it's so cute.
It is.
It's like the most innocent thing.
Yeah. Oh, and so when Jonathan moved from Maryland out to Ohio, I went down to transport the cats. and followed them out there. But while Jonathan was still packing and stuff, I was down a day early. And so I would watch Saurin sit by him and stuff like that while they packed up the house. And if he was a little fussy or something, I'd take my hat and I'd do different things with my hat. And he learned the word hat. And I'd put it on his head and things like that. And when I was out to Ohio the last time, I did the same thing, and he would say hat. And I'd put we went out to dinner, and I gave him my hat and stuff, and I said, "Oh, I need Pop needs his hat back. But when you come next time, you're going to get a hat." And so he got a 2.0 hat. Yeah, and so he loves hats.
Yeah, they're great.
Mm-hmm. So place it here.
Let's see, Kitchen Witch. Place it here. How exciting! Enjoy. For his road trip, his big place it here's big long road trip.
Yeah,
that's going to be a big one. I wonder if that's his first big trip.
I think it is. If I remember maybe a month ago, if that's what I'm thinking of, he mentioned about getting ready to go on a big trip. Nervous. Don't be nervous. Because you're going to see and experience what you're supposed to see and experience. And if you just go out with an adventurous heart and mind, don't stress over anything. And if something happens, hey, it was meant to happen, and just keep moving forward. You're going to have a great time. Build a lot of really awesome memories. Absolutely. Place it.
PA Outdoors couple channel. That must be cool. Can't wait to go to the Monster Mart in okay, man, there's really getting me with that one. I don't know if it's folk.
I think Falk.
Falk? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a word I can't say almost. My mom is originally from Mississippi, near the Kansas border. That film scared the crap out of it. Really? Oh, man, we're going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
Man.
Huh. Definitely. Okay, here's the answer to that.
Thanks, that Kitchen Witch. It will be my first car camping road trip. 9 national parks on the list. Says place it here.
That's going to be awesome. Hopefully, if you stop at your very first national park, maybe you already did it, but you just buy the annual pass, because every park's different, anywhere from $20 to $50 to entrance. But a tip: if you ever want to get into a national park free, go before 7:00, because you can just drive right in. But at 7:00, you got to start paying. So if you don't have a card, yeah, but the card gets you into all the parks. Once you pay for it, you get free access. And if you're going to 9 of them, that'll get expensive if you're going to pay for each one of them. Yeah, you wait, you'll save so much money. Just had a ribeye. Oh, making me hungry now. Yeah. Hey, brother Freddie, God bless you, brother. Hello, everybody from South Carolina. And there's brother Gene. Gene, hello from Georgia. Gene and I had coffee together down in Georgia when I was going over to Alabama to see Camping with Champion, to do a camp with them. Gene and Freddie have both been longtime viewers of the channel. And we got T. Lee's got a question here. What branch of the service is Jonathan in?
I'm no longer in the service, but I was in the Army, and then I was in the Space Force.
Mm-hmm. Teresa Butler. Hello, Scott. Teresa Butler. Hello. Alpine says, Tony, sounds like your children threw you a really great party. I'm so happy they did. I don't know how to this sitting here. I have no clue how they pulled that off. It was just, usually I can figure things out. I just
You're
can't.
sharp. That's true.
Usually I can.
You are sharp.
And how they kept that from us is just unbelievable. And so just a little, because I want to give just a little, just say something real quick. But so in the limo, Gabby got Lisa and I tickets to Shania Twain on the 26th of July. So before my birthday. So we're going to go see Shania Twain. But when we were young, early in our marriage, when she came out, there was one song that came on that I'll tell you the title in a second, but it became our song. So when Lisa and I got married, you know how you got to go to marriage counseling. We were living in PA, but we went because my dad was from Annapolis, Maryland, and we went down there to get married at a church down there, but we had to meet the pastor the week before. So we went there and talked to the pastor, and he did counseling to us, and he said, you guys got a lot of issues and things like that. And so we met each other in March. We got married in October, same year. And no shotguns were involved. So, so we were told, you guys shouldn't, I'm going to counsel y'all that y'all shouldn't get married. But she said yes, and I wanted to move quickly because I didn't want her to get away. So I was like, no, we're going to get married. Hey, the Bandit, thank you so much for that. I'm going to get right down to reading that, but I can't bring it up here right now. But you guys can read it in the comments there. But I definitely thank you for that super chat, and I look forward to reading it here in a minute. So on the way up in the limo, they have Bluetooth and playlists. You can put playlists, and my daughter-in-law says, okay, I'll do that. And she was playing the 70s music. And we were talking about, Lisa and I going to the concert and stuff and seeing Shania Twain. We don't really like crowds, but because our daughter bought the Christmas present from Christmas for us. So Lisa said, well, maybe we should catch up on some of our Shania Twain songs. So we started playing. She says, okay, I'm just going to hit random. And on Shania Twain, Katrina said, and they started playing, and we're talking and stuff. And, little Saurin's dancing with his head. It was so cute. And we get off the exit right before we get to the where we're going. We still didn't know where we're going. But this one song came on that was Lisa and I's song. And it's looked like we made it. Looks like we made it. They say, I don't want to sing because I don't want to get hit with a thing. You'll never make, I don't remember the exact words, but we used to sing that to one another and cry because we were together, and we were together for a long time. Now, first 3 years of marriage was rough. If you ever want to hear that testimony, Green Hubs, I share that testimony on there, but we received Christ and walked out of there holding hands. But that became our song. And that song started playing, and I told them, I said, this is Mom and I's song. And while the song was playing, we pulled in to where we were going for the surprise. Like,
couldn't have planned it better.
Oh,
literally.
No. And that was all God's hands and God's plan.
That was by chance because we had no plan. We didn't know that was their song. We didn't know it would come on. What are the odds?
Yeah.
And
it looks like we made it. And it's a good thing we did because they wouldn't be here. Right. And at the one picture, we have all of our kids, all five of them. The one wasn't able to make it, but then almost all of our grandkids as well were there, and even the two that aren't born yet. And I looked at Lisa after they snapped a picture, and everybody was smiling and cheesing, and I said, look at everything that we did. And, and to see us all together like that, it just doesn't register, and it registered at that moment. And just praise the Lord for just all he's done.
Absolutely. That's like the Bandit. The Bandit, our friend Bob. Hi, Tony and son. This is for your first coffee with a smile. I was in the Army, buddy. You both keep smiling and enjoy life, your friend Bob. Have an awesome night, both of you. Thank you, Bob. Really appreciate that. $9.99.
Yeah, that's a big super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, and I'm going to post it on the screen when we get down there. I used to be able to touch my screen, and it doesn't let me do that anymore.
Oh, weird.
I don't want to lose my spot. But thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Now we're going to definitely have to go out because we got 2 coffee.
Yeah, we got 2. We gotta have 2 coffees tomorrow.
Right.
I mean,
Are you planning a whole family stealth camp? No.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Maybe on the beach.
Right. So Miss 2.0, when we hit 15K, she went on that 15K special with me. We did that camp, and she said at the end of that video, I said, hon, what did you think? She goes, well, I'm going to let everybody know to tune in on Sunday, and I'll let you know how I liked going camping. And so that live right after that 15K special, so she's on the live, and I turned to her, I said, hey, hon, I said, how did you like it? She goes, it was good. And I said, and people were asking, when are you going to go again? She goes, I think I'll go at 20. And she was going to say 20. And we were at about just finished
Almost
15. We had just hit 16. And she goes, I said, be careful. She goes, 25. And then the next words out of her mouth was, and I'm going to do a stealth camp. And I went, what? You heard it here. So because of her work, and it was cold when we hit 20K back in January, and then I went to Florida. But then we hit 25, and she's planning on going camping, but we're trying to figure out when a good time is. But even more importantly, trying to find a spot and a thing for her to do a camp, because I want it to be a place where I don't have to worry about her, but it's got to be a stealth camping. She said stealth camp. She goes, I'll camp in a mall because they got bathrooms and food, and I don't think we could sneak into a mall.
Yeah, maybe if it's abandoned.
Yeah, but then
Dangerous.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
urban exploring. We're not
Right.
We haven't hit the urban exploring portion of your
right.
of your
In the early part of my channel, I did a couple
and stuff like that were out there. Those are pretty neat.
Yeah, I did the grocery store that I eventually went back and slept in after I started adding camping to it. I did the abandoned grocery store.
Yeah.
But I originally did a tour. And one of the problems with whenever I do a stealth camp somewhere, like gates that used to always remain open, or places get boarded up, and everything changes after I do a video someplace, so I lose spots. Yeah. Checking on your. Yes, that's a great idea, Tanya. So place it here. Along the way, check in on Sunday nights and let us know where you are. Yeah, and how you're liking the trip. No problem. Always. Yep. Who is the special guest? Gene, that's my son, Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah. He says, son, question mark.
Yeah.
Can't you see a resemblance? Yeah, it's Frank.
I was hoping I'd have white hair by now.
Right.
Like my dad. It
started graying when I was 21.
21. Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, and then we got married at 22. Lisa and I got married at 22. And we had our first child. Then I started going gray even more. But my mom went pretty much white, gray, and then white early in age. Let's see. Definitely going to do another train track. I've been looking for a little while because I want to get one that's got a very, very active track on it, and I know they're around, because even a lot of y'all didn't see this one, but I did a camp at early on Shikellamy State Park underneath a concrete point that goes out in the winter. They drain Lake Augusta, and I hung my hammock underneath the concrete point to posts, and there was trains that crossed that state park on 2 train bridges. I've been wanting to get back there again too, but I can't go underneath of it anymore because there's rocks and stuff to climb down.
Anna Ortiz. Hi, I'm new to YouTube. I do a lot of funny stuff, but I would like to do a stealth camp. How would you recommend I start doing it? We kind of covered this earlier.
Yeah. First, Anna, definitely check things out. Look for places. Look in places that you really wouldn't normally probably look at because there's nothing to look at, which is good because a lot of people don't look there, so you can get away with stealth camping. But if there's woods like behind a store, things like that, or a business where you could park down the street or something. But yeah, I would say rather than sleeping overnight, okay, here's a good thing. Go maybe during the day and act like you're walking down the street, sneak into the woods, go and make a cup of coffee and just sit there for an hour. And then maybe next time go to a place and sit there for a couple hours, but like maybe heat some water and make a meal, but do all the stuff that you're not planning on spending the night, but do some stuff just to see and get yourself used to hiding a little bit and knowing when to talk, when not to talk. But if you're by yourself and you're not filming, but you have a YouTube channel, and you commented earlier today on video saying you were new, and I went over and I checked your channel out, and I saw you do some little skits there. But yeah, definitely do a couple things like that during the day where you're not going to sleep overnight. Just sit there in the woods, get used to it. I think that's good advice.
Yeah, I think so. Look where no one looks and look there.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. You're going to check in with us. Very inspirational for me. Yeah, watching my videos. Thank you so much.
Yep, place it here.
DJSC TV, Vivo.
Tony, Tone. The man with the plan. What are we doing? Kicking ass.
Oh, well, thank you so much. There we go. Saurin.
Keep saying dada.
It's probably the first time he's ever seen you on TV.
Yeah, it really is. He's seen you a couple times now.
Yeah.
I keep saying pop up at the screen, but now I'm here too.
Yeah, I was out there for that premiere because that was a Thursday night, and Saurin was in the living room playing, and we put the premiere on because I needed to be in the comments answering comments. So I was answering comments, and it was playing on the screen. And I was sitting there, and Saurin is doing something, and he looks up and sees me on the TV. Then he looked over at me sitting there
a couple times.
Yeah, he's like doing a double take because he had a double pop up there. Let's see, Tony.
Dusk. I'm gonna try this guy. DJ SC TV Vivo. Tony, I gotta water my plants. I'm gonna mail you some hot sauce at the end of this season.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So he or she they make their own hot sauce. I love that.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll share it with you.
Yep. Then they go on to say, if that's your son, why isn't his hair white? All shenanigans.
Right.
We're on the same wavelength.
Right.
With that.
Stealth Camp Space. Hey, Frank Explorations. I mentioned you earlier. So Frank's got one of these T-shirts. He showed up at our meetup over at Knoebels at our first annual meetup, and he came walking up in one of these shirts, the RA 2.0, and I do have it pinned at the top of the comments if you want to check it out. But he had one, and they offer that you can make it your own, so you can go in and put something on it if you want. So he's got Frank Explorations on there, and I saw that when he walked up. And he also made these things. This is zipper pull right here. Got two of them, and then also a bracelet. But look at that, it's really neat. Yeah, so that's
put it to the test here, you know.
Yeah, so that would be similar to this here. Look, you put it on the zipper, like.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it makes for an easier pull grab.
Yeah, boom.
Yep, just like that. Yeah.
All right. Are you sure we're not
Echo.
on this one? All right.
Yeah. No, thank you, Frank Explorations. Good seeing you in here. Is in the outdoor force. Tony's in the outdoor force. Yeah, I need a emblem.
Oh,
that Stealth Force. Absolutely. So, like I said, I am in. Oh, you missed that. It's on my phone, but I started what's called the Stealth Syndicate.
Oh.
Across state lines, I forget what the next part said. I can't remember. But then same mission. Or I forget. I just came up with it the other day, and I've been playing around with it. But it's a syndicate is individuals that do different things but come together for
like a common thing.
Yeah,
cause,
common cause in or a common mission. So I thought stealth syndicate
that's good.
Would be like collaborations of because the first collaboration with 4 different states, 4 different YouTubers coming together. I thought, oh, there got to be a name for that.
Yeah, stealth syndicate rolls off the tongue pretty good.
Yeah, and it's got it's got 2 pine trees with a hammock hanging in the center, and it says stealth syndicate, and it says across state lines, and I forget. I wish I could remember what the other thing said, but really cool. Yeah, I'll be working on that as well. Let's see. It's gonna
be a while till Dad pops see your post. LL Squirrel.
Yeah.
Kitchen witch.
Oh, it must be down there a little while. Hey, Teresa. Hey. Oh, yes, Scott and Teresa Butler. There we go. How are you doing? Let's see. Anna Ortiz says.
Already said that one.
Okay, good. Hey, Rocky Toppin, how are you doing?
Y'all.
Good seeing you.
Steve Cousins, 4-way stealth. That was classic and so much fun to watch each guy's individual video. It was worth the effort. Yeah, that's awesome. That documentary that you mentioned.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool.
It is because Sam asked us different questions and things like that, and we give our individual insights on things. And you know, like I said, I think the one thing that I said, it was something, and I said, well, basically, you see what we want you to see. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, but when you see that finished product, that's basically what we want you to see, and to take you along on the journey and things like that. But there's a lot that's involved that's behind the scenes that you never see. Never see. There's a lot. And I think what's going to be nice is because you see all 4 of the finished products, but you're going to see so much more because you wait around, you're setting things up, you're doing things. And so Sam, I'm encouraging him to hopefully get that finished for this upcoming Thursday on his channel.
Awesome.
But if you haven't seen Camping with Champions video, that came out last Friday, the day after mine. And then Northwest Winds put his out this Thursday. And then Hammock Mountain put his out. Daniel Hammock Mountain put his out on Saturday. Oh, there we go.
Stealth Syndicate, across state lines, beneath the radar.
That's what it was. Yeah, because I had sent Hammock Mountain the what I had made for it, but I liked that. Stealth Syndicate, across state lines, beneath the radar, one mission.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Camping with Champions. Yeah.
Yep, same thing.
Yeah.
Syndicate logo said, we are the Stealth Syndicate, across state lines, beneath the radar, one mission.
One mission.
Love it.
So I actually put that on a t-shirt. I've got one coming on because I want to see the sample of it. But I also went on to a new t-shirt company, and I'm thinking I might start working with them. So I did the first design because I can actually post videos on that as well as part of it, all for free. And that is Fourth Wall, I think is what it's called. Young guy that is at this one store. I was talking to him, and he said about my channel, and he says, "Do you have merch? I see it." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Where do you get it?" And I told him, and he goes, "Oh, I use this place." And he showed me. It was really cool. So he wrote it down on the thing for me. And I just, right before we went live, went on and designed that shirt and ordered one to get in here. Let's see.
Old and cracked and dated. The knocking in the woods that Tony hears are hammerhead squirrels.
Yeah, there you go. Kevin says
outdoor camping. Jim Ross, Atlanta, GA.
All righty, Jim. Thank you from all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. When I saw the Ross, I thought he was going to mention about the Bob Ross video
Someone
that I
did
did.
say something about, I think it was earlier, maybe I caught it over here, but
Okay.
they were saying that maybe you should do Bob Ross again.
Yeah.
Another impersonation there.
Yeah. It's where I painted on the side of the car with condiments,
Yeah.
ketchup, mustard, and mayo.
That's funny.
Let's see. Dixie Cup says, "Hi, Jonathan."
Thanks for the OG compliment. Love that.
Yeah. Oh, that's been a while. What time? Oh my, it must be 8:15.
8:15. We're at 9:15. How are we?
I was getting good at this.
You get a guest on. And
Hey, yeah, there's Hammock Mountain. Hello, 2.0 chat. Most of the people probably already went to bed. Kitchen Witch says, saying hi to Daniel. And like I said earlier, congratulations, Daniel, on the 4-time Stealth Camping Alliance champion.
Yep.
Yeah. And hiya.
We'll say if you want to skip the line and get your question answered early, put in a super chat and we can read it out right away. That's generally how YouTubers do it. And they get a lot of people. So that's the benefit of, sending out a little donation. You get skip the line,
Well, I'm finally done with this one.
Oh,
yeah, Jeff, father and son, coffee time. Jonathan, thank you for your service.
Yeah, thanks for the 20, Jeff. Really appreciate it again. Yeah. Jonathan, how you like Ohio? I really like it. Tall, was that Tall from the Tree?
Yeah.
Tall Tree Adventures 5.0.
5.0.
He's a couple versions ahead of you here.
Yeah, I'm sticking with 2.
I like Ohio. We're in Dayton. It's like the perfect mix between small town and city. I feel I was 20 minutes south of Baltimore, Maryland. And then, of course, most of my childhood was right here in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, and a very small town. So I like Dayton. It's not too big, not too small, kind of the perfect mix.
Mm-hmm. We got Christopher H there, says, really enjoy the stealth camping and steak cooks. Yeah, awesome. You're welcome, Christopher. I'm liking the steak cooks too, especially because I get to eat them.
Yeah.
Let's see, Christopher. That's
it's funny. He feeds everyone before pulling out the steak. Yeah, that was a smart move, Dad. I gotta say that wouldn't have stopped me though. I would have eaten your the food you offered, and I would have had some of your steak.
Yeah. Oh, you're a grown boy. Yeah. Yeah. I was your age when I retired. 10 years ago. Wow, Steve.
Congratulations on your
we both said that.
Yeah.
Wow, Steve. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, and Steve's very active, him and his wife.
That's good. You gotta stay.
Yeah.
You gotta stay active. Rogue 6, email sent.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, that's for the stickers. I will look that up and fill that out and get it sent out. I saw a black squirrel in Central Park. Ooh, says Kitchen Witch. Cullen Prime says,
who's the person with you? I'm Jonathan. I am Tony's son.
Yep. Jonathan Thomas.
Jonathan Thomas.
JT.
Yep.
Hey, T. Lee. Yo. Oh, good. Got a question here.
Jonathan, do you know if you and your wife are having a boy or a girl? We don't know. We are keeping it a secret. So, even to ourselves. So, I'll be announcing the gender like I did with my son, Saurin. When he popped out, I got to say, it's a boy. And it was the first time that her and I really, really knew for sure. So, we're going to be doing that again. Intuition is telling me it's a boy. Intuition for her is telling her it's a boy. So, we'll see if we're right.
Yeah. The moment will happen.
Yep.
Let's see it. Yeah, it does take a mess of squirrels to make pot pie. Pot of dumplings. Oh wow!
It takes a mess of squirrels to make a pot of dumplings. About 6. Is that a diss at that video when he had the dumplings out and you gave during the collab video? I don't know if that was a dig or not. Dumpling video.
Oh, the chicken and dumplings are amazing. Yeah. But you remember Uncle Ken? So he used to always bring down pot pie. Mom always thought it was chicken, right? I don't know if you even know this, but it was squirrel pot pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And how I know there's a little foot in there, and I was like, Ken, what is it? He goes, oh, a friend goes out hunting and shoots squirrels.
Wow.
And I didn't tell anybody in
Never
fact
had
then.
squirrel since then that
Yeah.
I know of.
Yeah, it tasted like chicken, right?
I don't know.
Well, we told you
I
it was chicken
recall.
pot pie. You
Yeah.
didn't taste it and go, ooh, this is different. This tastes like squirrel. Yeah. Let's see. Place it here says if I get camping.
If I get hot camping in my car, is it okay to just sleep with the car on and AC running? Probably not. I
No.
wouldn't risk it.
No, I would crack all your windows, probably about that much. I mean, that's what I do when I'm in the car. But depending on where you camp. So if you're like out in Arizona, things like that, I've actually slept with the windows down, all the way down, and even the hatch up. There's a little hack you can do if you put the hatch up, shuts it off. Let's see. Yes, there are black squirrels in Central Park.
Yep, yep.
Hey, Kevin. Oh, Jim Ross from Atlanta.
Rogue 6 says, so Jonathan works closely with the FCC because of transmissions. Sometimes some of the equipment doesn't have FCC license numbers and stuff because they're so new or they don't fall under FCC. So yeah, I'm still kind of learning the world.
Hey, Mission Discovery just graduated high school. He was out the Meetup. He's got a YouTube channel he started and does a lot of fishing and things like that. He made a really neat a sling out of paracord. He made a couple for guys out there when they were here.
Very cool. Welcome to the real world, man. I hope you enjoy it.
Right.
Miss those high school days. You never know till you're out.
Yeah, a believer too.
Okay.
Super young guy.
Beautiful.
Super young man. Yeah. So 6 kids, a full quiver. Proverbs 25:5. Absolutely. Yeah, blessed. And here's one of my arrows. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh.
Squatch on trail. Didn't know you were a man of faith.
Oh, absolutely.
Been watching on and off a while. Love your videos. God bless you for using your platform to his glory.
Amen.
Yeah,
you absolutely. So I received Christ back in August of 91. And when I did start the channel, basically just through the channel, living out my faith, not really talking about it until the Holy Spirit is kind of saying go a little bit more and as it's building. But really, a lot of people comment that when they find out, they're like, oh, I knew.
Yeah.
Just
I
your
have the same philosophy actually throughout my life and everything. Like I like to make connections with people and I like to live the way I believe that he wants me to live. And I think that eventually the people are supposed to come to me and ask me about what I believe in, or if I have a relationship with Jesus, or if it just naturally comes up. I think that that's the time that I'm supposed to. And I feel like it helps increase the chances that they're going to think about it more like, oh, wow, that guy does all these things. He's been around me, but he's never once really mentioned his faith to me. And I don't know. I just feel like sometimes that's the way to go.
Yeah, and, live your life out before men, and they will ask for the hope that lies within you, because the world is chaotic always. And when they see you go through things, and they're like, I'm going, how did he do that? Why didn't he react this way? Like a coworker, like they're always saying stuff to him, and he didn't get mad back, and they want to see you succeed because they know there's something different. And then even after they find out that you're a believer, they want to know, they even if they're like egging you on, they want to make sure it's really true, because they want to believe in something and they see that you do, and you're comforted, and but as we get closer to the end, it says that there's those that are going to come and ask for the hope lies within you, and the hope that lies within me is all through Christ and living His life out through me. So when people see good things in me, just know that in my BC days, you wouldn't say that. In fact, some people say, "Man, you did this, and you're doing this," and I said, "Oh," I said, "You didn't know me in my BC days." What's your BC days? I said, "That was before Christ." You wouldn't have said that, but people will ask for the hope that lies within you. And a lot of times, when we fear as a Christian and things like that, fear shouldn't be a part of our vocabulary because we were told to fear not, and so when you're going to ask for the hope that lies within somebody, if you're fearing or worry or, you haven't learned to cast your burdens upon the Lord and because He'll sustain you. If you haven't learned that, who's going to ask for that hope that lies within you? Because every time they see you fear, you're not showing hope, and they'll go through the same things. But yes, thank you so much, Squatch on Trail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kitchen Witch, you guys can hang, but gotta go take care of.
You too, Tanya. Good night.
She's fast asleep now. So.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Hike with Mike. Hey, folks. Chef Tony is still stuck in the car carrier, right? He got out and escaped. It's like, I'm not going back in there. And that was out in Arizona, is where he got out of the car carrier. Let's see. I'll scroll a little bit.
Rogue 6 saying, I have experience with ham, LTE antenna, Wi-Fi towers, and fiber/dial-up servers, but the days of mom and pops are long gone. I was always curious how the equipment was FCC tested. Interesting. Yeah, I'm really getting into that world. I don't want to bore anyone, but I find it very, very interesting the way this stuff's tests and the way that works and the way that it's managed and kind of the history of it and kind of the way we developed like military strategy around this kind of stuff. It's very important, very, very interesting, but kind of boring to get into. To talk about it. Right?
I was going to say, don't give away any secrets. Let's see. This guy's talking back and forth. Hey, Jeff Cooper, another born again believer right there.
Awesome. Late again.
Yeah. Jeff, good seeing you. There's Hammock Mountain. Oh, here we got a question from Darling Good, another believer. Yes.
Jonathan, does your son like the cats and vice versa? LOL. Yeah, we brought Saurin home and the cats didn't know what that was all about. I have 3 cats at home. Obviously I like cats. And the cats mostly like him. He can be a little rough with them, chasing them around. But my one cat, he's kind of an outdoors veteran of the world and nothing scares him, so he still hangs around him. But the other 2, they're cowards. they run from him the second they see him, so I'm sure they'll warm up eventually.
Oh, yeah.
When he's a little bit more gentle and quiet.
Yeah. I know when I was there for a day, and then the 2 that are always scared, they're like in hiding, and then they get used to you and they come out every once in a while, sneak by. Yeah. Oh,
Mission Discover put in 3 hours today on a video.
Wow.
If I do well this evening, I think I can get it out tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Mission Discovery. Pick a day and release your videos. Try to release them on the same day. Even if you got it early, try to start thinking of a day that you would like to post your videos. It will definitely help you in the algorithm if you pick a day and not be sporadic. Because I know early on my channel, as soon as I got a video done, I'd throw it up and try to get it going. But I learned that just being consistent on a day and time, people look forward, just like our Sunday Night Lives, people look forward to Sunday until I switched the time from 8 to 7 or 7 to 8. Whereas Monday to Thursday.
We got question marks there.
Yeah.
Leonard Huron at the top there.
Yeah.
Don't want to skip them.
No.
Leonard Huron. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Only working 4-hour days, Monday through Thursday, off Friday. Have money to go camping. That's great. Hope
Mm-hmm.
so. You got time and money. That's the important thing, right? Sometimes you have time, sometimes you have money, but
Yeah.
having the perfect balance of both is the ultimate goal of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hammock Mountain. I thought that spot behind the Jeep was perfect for a stealth camp. That was it. It had a lot of exciting drama and stuff like that. And how about them mosquitoes? They be positive they don't like me, but that thermocell worked really, really good. I think it put about a 15 or 20 foot. That was a gift from Alpine Warrior, giving me that. Ooh, another question from Darlene.
Darlene. Jonathan, do the different branches of service get along with each other, or is there some rivalry going on as you work together? Not in my office so much. We're all pretty laid back and pretty chill with each other, so not much of that going on. But generally speaking, if we're still in the service, yeah, we definitely dig on each other a lot.
All right. Yeah, and different services have different things about each with the other
Yep.
service. Because I know Alpine and Stitch get on one another every once in a while. Yeah, let's see.
I'm just saying, hey, hi, hey, hey.
Yeah. I'm
Life
scrolling.
on a-
Hey, Life on a Budget. How are you doing? Love the family stories. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, there we go.
Trina, Soren waved back at you guys when he heard you say hi. We're heading to bed real soon. Love you guys. Aw, love you too.
That was back at
Yeah,
8:52.
hopefully you guys are asleep.
Yeah.
I told him maybe I'll see you when I get home, but I hope
Right. Right. Like here. uh Thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. You guys are great.
hey,
Absolutely.
you
You're
too.
great too. Our oldest is 36. Yes. Let's see. Dave and Cindy say hi from South PA.
Oh,
Hi,
great. Hello.
DRC.
That's awesome.
There we go. That's that big one from the
Yeah,
Bandit
the
there
bandit.
again.
Thank you again. Hi, Tony and son. This is for your first coffee with a smile. I was in the army, buddy. You both keep smiling and enjoy life. Your friend Bob. Have an awesome night, both of you. Yeah, really appreciate that. $9.99.
Yeah, and Bob, thank you for your service as well.
Absolutely.
King Holloway. Holloway.
Hey.
Hey, everyone. Let's see. There's Bandit, there's Steve, there's Bandit. Oh, before I forget, a lot of people do watch on TV and don't have their phone to pull out
Oh,
to
okay.
make comments. So I always know Mary and Johnny D. Torres are in here. So hi, Mary and Johnny. And thank y'all again for the 20 coffees, the Buy Me a Coffees. Two young men's a thumbs up.
Yeah, like the video if you haven't already. Show my dad some support.
Yeah, Ron Surfos.
Yep. Great advice on getting started stealthing.
There you go.
Yeah, I like your advice.
Yep, and that was that stealth syndicate that I've started.
Yep, that one too.
Miss 2.0 saying hi to Kat. And there's Camping with Champion all the way down there in Alabama.
Ooh.
Yeah, him and I went camping together down in Alabama, and then he was part of the
collab, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. How you doing, Camping Champion?
Todd, love your stuff. Yes. Hello, Todd. Oh, Jonathan Murray. Hello, guys. My name is Jonathan. Now I
Feel like a famous person with my name getting thrown around. Jonathan Murphy there.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I
Good name.
have trouble finding ribeyes that aren't tough and full of gristle.
Maybe the lack of choice in a small town. How do you find quality meat? You know what? I actually have this question too, because I love rhubarb. I really do. but I kind of have the same problem with him right in the middle of the cut. A lot of the time, you'll have that really really tough.
Ah.
I assume it's fat, but maybe that's the right word, gristle, for it he's talking about.
Hmm.
How do I avoid that? What do I look for?
Well, I know I get mine at the local butcher, and there are different ones I've noticed every once in a while. So I kind of can go, hey, I want that one over there or that one over there. But generally, haven't run into gristle in the meat, um, within the meat, but more so on the outside edge. But mostly in a New York strip, I get that
Yeah, that
fat
tough.
on the outside. It's tough, and that's usually on the outside. You can cut that off. But most what I found is all the fat in the ribeye. I love as much fat as I can get in a ribeye.
Delicious.
Yeah. So maybe it's the difference between premium and select. So really, I know a lot of grocery stores will say, oh, it is premium, but it's not. They're not allowed to advertise that because a lot of times it's select, which is cheaper grade than the premium.
I guess maybe he's buying it in the pre-packages and he's not able to see whether or not it has a lot of gristle or not. So maybe try to find a
Local
store.
butcher, yeah.
Local butcher would be good, or even a store that kind of displays their own meat and lets you pick it out.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, I've got a meat market. Well, it's not a market. It's a family run, 8 generations all the way back to the Revolutionary War is when the farm started. It's not too far from here. Nathan, I'm going to go over within this month. I think this month, get over there, and they have grass-fed beef and stuff. I was already over at the farm and did the tour, but their meat, find and support a local butcher if you can, a local farm, because that's something that we've got away from because everything's gotten so industrialized, and there is a shortage, believe it or not, in beef cattle. They say it's going to take about 3 years to build that back up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because it takes about 3 years for a cow once it's born to get it ready. So. And all back around COVID and stuff, it's just a low amount of the herd. Let's see.
Tony from Frank Explorations. Tony, I'm glad you like the zipper pulls
Yes.
and the bracelet. I sent you an
Yes.
email about that bracelet. It's much more than just a bracelet.
Ah,
Oh, did you get?
good deal.
All right, we'll have to read that, right?
Yeah. Definitely gonna read that. Yeah, because it's got a lot of stuff on it. Tony loves ribeye.
Yep. Who doesn't?
And what does Sam?
Sam loves sausage and peppers. What does Champion love?
Yeah, about anything he can get his hands on. Yeah, he's Alabama dumpster water for sure. Atlanta represents most people from Georgia and Arkansas here. Yeah. Hey, Kelly. So Kelly Faust brought me and Lisa, mom, coffee. There's coffee beans over there, barrel of aged coffee. She brought that to the meetup in nope, underneath the drawings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cooper's Cask.
Yeah. And then kitty coffee too. It was looks like it's in a cat litter bag. But yeah, these are all barrel from different barrels, like cask coffee, single malt whiskey barrel. So there's no alcohol in them. They were just the beans. The beans were aged in there. I haven't drank any of it yet.
Barrel aged.
Yeah. And Kelly said that you can get these on Amazon.
Okay.
So yeah, right there. Good deal.
Nice.
All right, let's see here. I might scroll a little bit quicker unless I see question marks. You are the Paul McCarthy of stealth camping. There's poetry in what you do. Steve Wallace is the John Lennon. Northwest Wind is the Harrison, and Champion is Ringo. That's cool. What's your favorite band? My favorite band? I actually don't have one favorite band. I've never really listened to music growing up. I do like country music. I've never really, I just love music, listening to it when I do listen to it. But I really don't have a band that I've ever really followed, if that makes sense. And most times when I hear songs, I don't know who sang it, but I like the song. But I don't listen to music very often because I think a lot. And if I'm listening to music, I can't think, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. There's Mary. Hi, Mary and Johnny.
Mary.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Stealth camping. Hide and go seek with no go seek. Right? Porterhouse steak is right up there with the ribeye. Absolutely.
I've been doing that a lot more porterhouses. Yeah.
You know what's really good? If you take a chuck roast, you can cut up a chuck roast into cubes, little square cubes, and do that in a cast iron skillet. That's called a poor man's ribeye. Yeah, filet mignon for this guy. So filet mignon, very, very tender, but very low in fat for a carnivore. So you got to eat butter with it. But I love filet mignon, especially I used to butterfly those and then eat them on a sandwich.
Yeah.
But now I don't eat the sandwich. Hey, Hard Charger, how you doing? Sorry I'm late. Today's my birthday. Was with the family. Well, happy birthday, Hard Charger. Good seeing you.
Happy birthday.
Hope you had it. I don't know. It'll probably pop up there if he's still on.
I'll look out for it.
Because we're 9:39. We're 9:37. Oh,
we caught up.
Yeah. How do we do that? Everybody left and stopped talking. Yeah, they did. Yes, both coffees I bought
from Amazon.
Yes. Boy, we see what happens when you're right on with it.
Yeah.
You can answer the questions as they come up.
You should do a stealth camp together. I really think so. Yeah, I think so too. It's kind of on me. I feel like at this point, I just got to find a place for us up in Ohio.
Yeah.
And then make some time for it. And so maybe we could get something going before October, because that's when my new kid will be born.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Find a spot. Just gotta go out and look for somewhere.
Yeah. Look for where nobody looks.
Right. Look where no one looks.
Yeah.
And that's everywhere for me. No one looks anywhere.
Right. Father and son stealth camp, and Army guy knows what to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about, because I used to go camping when I was a kid out here in the mountains. Yeah, the bush. I didn't want to say it in case you didn't know what I'm talking about. The bush, which is the slang for the woods out here. And I used to go camping, and I actually ended up going camping during one of the coldest nights of the winter. And I went out there. I went out there with one of my friends, and I was really into backpacking at the time. I think I was in my late teens, maybe 17, 18, but I was really interested in backpacking. So camping really, really light. And so I had taken a couple trash bags out there. I took a thing of chicken because I was going to eat that, a little thing of Tabasco sauce, a lighter, some matches, and that was pretty much it. And like I said, it was going to be the coldest night. I didn't know that. I'm a teenager, I wasn't really looking up the weather or anything like that. And I ended up getting a fire going. We kind of set our camp, just like a trash bag over there. He kind of had his own thing going. I was doing my own thing out of trash bag. And then I think I had like an extra coat or something out there. But it got so cold, I ended up cooking my chicken on a rock. So I got a really nice flat rock, which you really shouldn't do. Right. Because it's possible that a rock will have an air pocket and explode. But I risked it. Put the rock on there, cooked up my chicken, ate it with some Tabasco sauce. And then I had to keep that fire alive all night long because there really wasn't. It wasn't raining. It was kind of like
Just
Um,
damp in the air.
it was kind of damp because I think it rained earlier in the day, and then it dropped down to
Mm,
it was like 20 or something like
mm.
that. It was well below freezing. And so I was keeping the fire going. It was like embers. I think I woke up at like 2 in the morning when that happened. And I just kept the fire going. I ended up waking up my friend because he was out like a light. Some people can just sleep through anything.
Right.
He was that guy, and I had to wake him up. He couldn't feel his legs when we woke up.
Oh, wow.
So I was a little worried. I was like, uh-oh, because we're both kids still.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen? I don't know if I told you guys where I was going
No,
either.
no, you didn't.
And so stoked that fire up, warmed him up, and then we ended up heading back to where we are right now. This is my old room.
Yeah.
We headed back here. It was like 6 in the morning, and we just kind of knocked down here and
Yeah.
warmed back up. But that was
Yeah.
the last like big camping experience I had by myself,
Yeah.
sort of by myself.
Yeah. And this studio is Jonathan's old room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So we gotta get out there.
Yeah,
Just
we
gotta
do.
find a spot. That's it.
We just won't recreate that camp.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, but sorry, I was missing. What I was saying is, I kind of want to, if I go camping with you, I want to try out the hammock and everything.
Yes.
But I also think it'd be cool because I'm really into like kind of making your own shelter
Bushcraft,
kind
yeah.
of thing, bushcrafting. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Don't think I'd be any good at it. Well, I was good at it back in the. Maybe I'd still have it. I don't know. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
natural skill people have. But yeah, that's probably what I'd end up gonna
Yeah.
be doing. So could be exciting.
Very. Yeah, maybe we could do a bushcraft hammock camp.
Yeah. You'll be way up there, comfortable. You look like you're living it up, and I'll be in the mud.
In the basement with the spiders
With
and
leaves covering.
John, you okay? Yeah, Dad.
Snoring without my CPAP machine.
Aw.
Great.
Terry May, Tony, I chop up chuck roast all the time and cook it in the frying pan with butter. So good. Absolutely, Terry
Sounds
May.
great.
So Terry May is also a carnivore.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and done really good with it too. We've been carnivore about the same amount of time. So I'm 400 and some days in, 413,
Mm-hmm.
14. Yeah. Do you eat hot dogs? Champion can give you some cooking tips on those. Yeah, I do eat hot dogs. Yeah. Oh, the bandit said, and bacon around the edges is so good. Yeah. I love bacon wrapped scallops. Yeah, Lisa Miss 2.0 and I remember having the first time I had bacon and scallops together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were good. Both of you on a small one. Yes, life on a budget. I'm willing to take both of you on a small island camping north of Columbus anytime.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Life on a budget's up there in Ohio, then, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe he's the one you're telling me about.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I was telling you about that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because we talked
Didn't you
about.
show me the island?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Life on a budget. Yeah, we actually did talk about that. It's great that you actually brought that up because I think maybe that'd be the perfect spot.
Might be, yeah.
Maybe I don't have to do any work at all.
Right.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Bacon wrapped scallops, says Dick's Cup. What do you think about what your dad did to your room?
Oh, I think it's great. For those of you who don't know, and that would be almost all of you, I was not a very tidy teenager or organizer. The Army really shaped me up there. So this room was a wreck before I left. I always meant to come back and clean it up, but it just never happened. I would have needed a dumpster.
Well, we did get a dumpster.
Yeah, they did get a dumpster,
but what happened was, as all of y'all started moving out, whatever y'all didn't want either went to the basement or in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. I think it's great. It's a great use of the room.
Yeah.
And isn't that what parents traditionally do when their kids move out? They're like, "Oh, finally got the space back.
Right.
Do something with it."
Well, and it was Gabby and Rachel talked about it, and they said, Rachel got a dumpster and said, "Hey, let's make Dad's." They got together and said, "Let's make Jonathan's old room a a studio, because the studio actually, when I started doing the lives, was after the stroke. Then I started doing the lives downstairs in our living room, right in the living room, and it got to the point where I was like setting it up every time right before the live, and I was getting more and more stuff to set up. It's good therapy, but the half of the living room was the studio because it was getting too hard to keep setting up and tearing down. So look good down there. Let's see. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh,
that's the one. Thanks,
yeah.
Darlene, for the question.
Yes.
The Bandit. It's so hard for me to type with these big fingers. I keep hitting 2 or 3 letters at a time. I use a pencil now. LOL. That's funny, man.
Right. I'm more carnival than carnivore, right?
It's a circus somewhere.
Absolutely. All right. Looks like we are all almost caught up.
I would like to see you two stealth camp at the Ark Encounter just south of Dayton. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Have to look into that. I think that I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like this big wooded area. I think there's like some tower that's there, and then there's a brewery that is by it, and you can kind of go and drink at the brewery or get a little tour there, and then you can go out and do some nature walking. I think that might be what you're talking about, because that is south of Dayton. It's actually pretty close to my house, so
yeah,
I'll have to look into that more. Hammock, if you have more information on that, you can let me know.
Yeah, Ark Encounter. So Dayton. Oh, there we go. Kelly.
Kelly Foss, my brother currently lives in Columbus, Ohio for his job. I really want to get out there to visit, but can't right now because of taking care of my mom.
Oh.
Well, taking care of parents, probably one of the greatest things a child can do during their life. It's just so poetic, you know, they take care of you. And then, you know, hopefully you do a good enough job that they want to take care of you when you get older. But it really is a beautiful thing. So Kelly, that's amazing. Thank you for doing that for your mom. And if you're ever out in Ohio, you know, maybe we get a big group dinner together. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Ark Encounter, a rendition of Noah's Ark. I didn't know that was in not in Ohio though. That's Kansas or Arkansas. Yeah, Ken Ham. When you were little, you used to, you know, the dinosaur stories and stuff. He was a evangelist and built a huge ark.
Oh wow!
Pretty huge. It's called the Ark Encounter. Green Hubs was going to work there at one point, and he invited me to come down to see it and maybe do that.
We'll have to research it.
Yeah. I don't think it's in Ohio though. I've got a.
Well, maybe they moved it.
No, has been. Oh yeah, Williamston, Kentucky.
Okay, yeah, because we're pretty close to the Kentucky border.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's why.
And there's the whole whiskey trail there as well that I'd like to do at some point, even though I don't drink too much, but might be fun.
Yeah.
Williamstown, Kentucky.
Williamstown. And the bandit said I got out of the military 6 months before the Gulf War at the time in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been a crazy time being in the military in the 80s, not knowing if the Cold War is going to go hot or not and stuff like that. And then I wonder if you lucked out not go with the Gulf War. Did you retire, Bandit, or did you did your contract just end and you were like, time to move on to different things? Let us know.
Yeah. But let us know quick because we're gonna say goodnight. Jonathan's got to get home because it's almost 3 hours we're on here.
Oh, okay. I feel good, but
okay. Well, hey, I'm all for it. We can go. Yeah. Any more questions for Jonathan while we have him here? Next time you get to ask him his question is when we're out there.
Contract ended. Well, thank you for your service, Bandit. Bob.
Well, we got 58 people on right now still. So, yeah. Any more questions? Good night. Life on a budget. Good night, campers, he says. All right. So, like I said, we are probably gonna have a great night and great weekend. Bandit, thank you Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and usually I try to keep it at 2 hours, sometimes 2.5, but with Jonathan here helping out, we made it all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good time.
yeah. Well, when we did the New Year's Eve one, remember that one went on
Oh
for a
yeah,
while.
so long. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't remember. It was well past midnight, or maybe one.
We started at I think 10 o'clock and went to about 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But then last year, no, the year before last, we started on the East Coast and we're like, all right, good night. It was 2 hours in,
Mhm.
just hit midnight, and it was like everybody we talked and stuff. Then I was like, someone said, all right, good night. It'll be midnight here in an hour. And I was like, oh, that's right. Central time. Well, let's just go. We ain't got too much longer, and let's change the theme. And then it was like, well, mountain time. Well, we went all the way across and did all four time zones, so it was 6 hours in.
Mm.
I said, all right, everyone, we're going to bed. I laid down in bed and I thought, oh, wait a minute, Hawaii is a different time zone. And I already ended. I said, oh, good, I'm not getting back on.
And the new year.
Right. So we're seeing everybody saying goodnight. Nice to see your son, says Frank. Good night to Daniel. Let's see. It was nice to meet.
Nice to meet you, Jonathan. You definitely are well loved. I'm so proud of you and proud of your parents for raising such a wonderful young man. Wow, thank you, Darlene. That means the world to me. And yeah, definitely a testament to their parenting. And yeah,
Yeah,
it's incredible.
yeah. It's it's amazing, and to see. I mean, it says train up a child in the way they should go, and and when they're old, they will not depart from it. So just seeing Jonathan's growth over the years, even I don't think you were ever really rebellious at all.
I was actually.
I know you were. I didn't want to tell everybody.
I have a story about that, but it's more of a personal thing.
Yeah.
But there was a point actually where I was just done. I was just going. I was like, I made a decision when I was walking home from school the one day, and I was just walking home the whole time, and I was just saying to myself, you know what? I'm not going to do this because Pat he had told me to come home
Mm,
early that day.
mm.
And I was already late, and you know what? I was walking, and you know what? I just thought, oh, why am I rushing? Slow down a little bit. I'm gonna get in trouble anyway. Forget it, right? And then I walked through the back gate
Yeah.
back here, and everyone's on the back porch, and I'm wondering why. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to face everyone right now. I don't want to get yelled at in front of everyone. So I like went to turn around, and then everyone's calling out my name, and I was like, oh, it's just joking. And I turn around, and you're standing there, and I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just ran and met me, and we shared that hug, and yeah, it really turned me around,
Yeah.
really, because I was literally just like, ah, forget it,
Yeah.
and I was gonna go on my my rebellious streak, but
Yeah.
yeah, so I remember that.
Yeah. What a blessing.
Hmm.
And like I mean, we dedicated Jonathan as when he was born, to the Lord, because we don't, as a born again Christian and stuff, we want it to be a choice for not that baptism is a right, because the one thief that was on there to get into heaven, but as a Christian, we dedicated him to the Lord, and it says, when you received Christ, that's big difference, and just to see what the Lord does and is doing and always working when we don't know and we're not sure, we do the best we can, but really give your kids to the Lord, and eh, he knows how to talk to him and put situations in his life and stuff, and just really bless the way Jonathan has responded to the and just Jonathan's very good at writing, very, very good, very talented, and just very has a really, really loving heart. Just really, really loving heart, and to see him as a father himself has just been really a blessing. Blessing. Yeah. Yeah. Doing good. Doing good. Yeah. And what did it mean to have a son?
Oh, it was yeah. I tell you, I couldn't hold back my emotions. When when they pulled Soren out and handed him to me, and I
Mm,
got to say, it's a boy. It was just, it's indescribable, really.
mm,
To have that, and then he's just under 2 now, but just the growth that I've had from
mm,
learning how to father him
mm,
and seeing his reactions, and the things that he learns. It's a life changing experience, and really solidifies a lot of the things I already thought to be true, but you never
mm,
really know are true until
mm,
you have those big life events and
mhm.
everything. But yeah, shows the world in a whole new light. I really can't believe that there was a time without him.
Right.
So it just feels like a whole nother world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's just doing great. And Katrina, amazing, just blown away at just both you and her,
Mm.
at just the way that y'all parent, the style, and just you can see just in Soren, just what a amazing. You can tell that y'all have put so much love
Mm.
into him because he's a happy kid,
Yeah.
and very, very talks like, I just love it when he calls me Papa.
Pop, pop, yeah. That's the best.
Yeah, because that was my grandfather's name too, Papa. My grandfather was when my dad was born. He was an only child, and when my grandparents had him, um, they were in their 40s. They didn't think they could get pregnant. He was actually going to go to become a priest.
Oh, wow.
Decided to go in the military, and then he met my mom, and he um I was born. I wouldn't be here
Right.
if he went on to be a priest, because they don't marry.
Right.
So you're here as a miracle. Soren's here as a miracle. When
Absolutely.
you look back and see all the things that got you here today, it's
Yeah.
just amazing.
Life is incredible,
Yeah.
not to be taken for granted. Definitely.
Yeah. What's Darlene saying? Did he get that from his mom or his dad?
Such a nice man, a good son, Tony. Did he get that from his mom or his both?
Yes,
Definitely both.
yes, yes. Yeah, that we both have, and you can see both Lisa and myself in him. But yeah, he's a very, very strong young man. Yeah, very strong. All righty. Well, I I think that's going to be it.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. It was
All righty.
great being here with y'all. Love you, 2.0 family.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ooh, Darlene, rebellious side,
Well,
question
if you can
mark.
believe it, if
Right?
you don't go through it, you'll never get right, You'll
Yeah.
always wonder.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great being with you guys, and hope to be on again soon.
Absolutely. All right, everybody saying goodnight. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for coming along on this live with Jonathan. And when he said yesterday, he says, maybe I'll come over tomorrow night because you're Sunday Night Live. I'd like to be on it. And I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. So he didn't realize we started at 7 because we used to do 8 o'clock too.
Yeah.
But you got here, what, 7:30? So
Yeah. I
not
wanted
too
to
long.
come early. I wanted to come at 7, but I got caught up.
No problem. Yeah. Good night, Steve. Good night, Kelly. Good night, KN. Good night, Ron. Good night, everybody. Good night, Darlene. Love y'all. And good night, old and crackadated. Well, all right. Good night, Steve. You guys have a great week and even an awesome weekend next weekend. But we'll talk before then. All right, because I've got a neat camp planned out for this week. I think you're going to be. I don't want to tell you all about it. All right. You just got to wait and see it on Thursday. All right. Well, love you guys and good night, Tony and Jonathan 2.0 out. All right. We'll see y'all. All right. Have a good one. All right. Good night.